And we're live, I hope. Hi. Um, Welcome to the Roll Plus Bond second charity live stream in celebration of 2 years of us playing tabletop games together. I'm Lofty, my pronouns are they, them. And for the next couple of hours, we're going to be playing FAE Do Crimes, which is by Adela. You can find it on flowerfay.itch.io. And raising money for the Native American Rights Fund, which is the oldest and largest nonprofit legal organization in America, I guess, with a focus on asserting and defending the rights of Indian tribes, organizations, and individuals throughout America, and focusing on the 5 key areas of preserving tribal existence, protecting tribal natural resources, promoting Native American human rights, holding governments accountable to Native Americans, and to develop Indian law and educate the public about Indian rights, laws, and issues. You can find out more about the NARF at narf.org, or help us meet our fundraising goal by going to tiltify.com/@rollplusbond, or just donate.rollplusbond.com. Cool. For this game, I am joined by Wheelie. If you'd like to introduce yourself and say where we can find you on the internet, if you'd like.
Hi, I'm Wheelie. You can just call me Lee. My pronouns are he, him. I'm on Twitter at WHEE_LEIGH because my name is spelled weird, so I made it more difficult.
As we, no audio. Huh.
Oh.
Apparently.
Apparently audio is low. That's looking too.
I'm not doing. Give me a second.
I can hear it on the. Yeah, it is coming through on the stream, just very quiet.
Okay, I will bump the levels. How about now?
How about now?
Still with us, we are dealing with some technical issues. And I can't see chat right now. I am a professional.
Halcyon says, more audio.
As in, you'd like more? How do I bump it even more? People talk. Lee, talk.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey, we're here to do. Oh, I'm hearing myself now on the stream. I need to pause that. Okay. Apparently, it seems fine now.
Okay, great.
Good.
Okay.
Everyone say good things. Everyone say
Good.
nice things.
Say nice things about
Nice.
us. Cool, great. Barring no interruption, Maren, would you like to introduce yourself now?
Yes, I am Marn or Maren, they, them. Can sometimes be found on Twitter as Tolkienizer, but not very often.
Cool. And Illy.
Hi, I'm Illy. Sorry, I am distracted. Hi, I'm Illy. You can find me on Twitter occasionally at @hyphabill. That's too stupid to spell, so I'm just gonna put it in the chat. And you can find the single game that I've written so far, which happens to be a Friends at the Table fan game, at itch.io/illy.
Great. I did not mention, but Adela has a Kickstarter out now. I don't know the details, unfortunately. I will look them up now. I think it's for a game called Wisp. It's on Kickstarter. I think it got fully funded quite quickly. So congratulations there. But if you'd like to come and support a great creator creating a very cool game, I imagine. Yeah, it is on kickstarter.com/projects/Adela/Wisp RPG. And I will stick that in the chat if I can. Great. Okay, I will now introduce the game we are playing, which is FAE Do Crimes. FAE Do Crimes is a GM-less collaborative storytelling game about being Fae doing crimes. Players build the world and tell the story together, taking turns to introduce and control obstacles. You and your friends play as a crew of fairy criminals, flipping coins to measure your success as you vandalize seedy corporate buildings, topple the monuments in the mortal realm, orchestrate elaborate heists throughout the unseelie goblin markets, and generally dismantle authority, capitalism, the patriarchy, so on, with absolute abandon. But take care, a shadow is watching your group, and they want nothing more than to steal your true names to power their own terrible plans. So yeah, we've had a bit of a think off stream about what sort of game we wanted to play, but we haven't settled on anything firm, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was some discussion of Artemis Fowl vibes, I think, which is mortals knowing about the fairy realm and therefore like trying to extort them. Potentially about stealing from the FAE. If anyone has any more ideas, I'd love to hear them. Oh well, everyone's got their characters already. Great.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, you just had
Oh
some
yeah,
people have
I
ticks
was
and
just
stuff in the thing. So, yeah, does that sound good to everyone? Or if not, what other ideas do we have?
It sounds good to me.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that also that mix of like technically it's all very high tech, but the Fae just stick to the old ways and are all old fashioned and stuff. A
Yeah,
sort of mix of old and new.
I'm always a big fan of mixing magical technology and magic and
Yeah.
technology. I find it makes for an interesting sort of thing. So the first thing we have to do is establish a landscape. Um, Decide what our courts are like. The Seelie Court, which is usually described as fey, benevolent, mischievous, and proud. The Unseelie Court, which is also described as fey, but is benevolent, dangerous, and wary. And the Mortal Realm, which is human, technological, passionate, and mundane. Um, so, are we making the human realm similar to our human realm? There was some discussion in the chat about, not chat, our private Discord about potentially doing abandoned cities, I think.
Mm.
Mid-century, mid-20th century vibes, but with a little bit of magic, or far future nature, which has taken over old cities. Both of which sound very cool.
I like the idea that the like both nature and the Fey realm have infringed very much on the mortal realm. So on the one hand, it's like, sort of like totally overgrown and mortals trying to still eke out an existence there, and on the other hand, you know, you have a lot of Fey influence there, which would also give us a lot of reason to do crime.
Always good to do crime.
Yeah. Like, but when like what comes to my mind when you describe that is it kind of taking the modern world as we know it and kind of throwing it through Breath of the Wild style, Ghibli-esque apocalypse light.
Ghibli apocalypse is that's a fantastic one.
I talk in references to other media, unfortunately, but yeah, just kind of like that's the image it conjures up to me. Like you know, you're walking through Breath of the Wild and you see a building as we would see today, rather than a kind of Hyrulean castle kind of thing.
That sounds cool. And then I guess the Fae are in the same world as us? Just sort of like towns and cities around, or are they
Hmm.
in separate dimensions or areas which can't be reached by conventional travel?
I
Me
like the
and
idea of. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say if the mortal realm knows of the Fae, it should be fairly accessible at least to some degree. But like, yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, pretty much the same thing. Like, there's probably ways to get there, but you have to know which turn to take in the forest or something like that. There might be some slight, like, geographic weirdness there. It's not just the neighboring town, but you have to walk a certain way or wear a certain thing to get there.
I like that a lot. I like the idea that there is a barrier to the Fae, like perhaps a timed barrier, like you can only access the Fae on a full moon kind of thing, or like they exist, but maybe we don't perceive them 100% of the time. I do like that idea a lot.
The Fae are responsible for Mondays. Cool. And do we want to draw a distinction between the Fae court and the Unseelie court?
Yeah, I did imagine they have some rivalry between them. They're probably both not exactly great for the humans. But some maybe more so than others.
Yeah. Cool. So I think probably one of the questions I'd like to ask is like, does the mortal realm have like cities, or is it just towns and outposts in the way that Breath of the Wild is?
I realize I'm speaking a lot, so feel free to like cut across me at any point, anyone. But I do like the idea of it being a kind of middle ground, smaller towns rather than big cities.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. It's easier to perceive also in my mind.
Yeah. Also, just the fact of like nature overtaking a big city would probably split it into smaller towns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Of like you try and cross a river which has gone through your town since some event, and you find an entirely different like culture on the other side.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we going to stick with the Fae being like technological, or?
I like that. I like that it can be potentially perceived either way. Like maybe to the Fae it is technological, but we see it as mystical. But there is always a mystical element to it.
I mean, there could be
yeah.
There could be differences in the Unseelie and the Seelie court in what way they have technology and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So maybe the Unseelie court has. My brain's just saying cyberpunk stuff.
Potentially the implication that the Seelie court is natural magic, the Unseelie court is quote unquote stolen magic.
That's good.
Harnessed via technology.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, mine. I like that. It's glitchy. I like that a lot.
The minute the stream, I was so worried.
But I like the idea that the world is just glitchy and like you have to go through a glitch to get to one of the other realms.
I've watched so many Breath of the Wild speedruns, so now I'm just thinking that in order to get to the Feywild, you have to place 2 bombs and then stand in a certain position, and then if you launch yourself at the right speed through the right angle, then you end up in the Feywild or something.
What was this here in the chat? You have to shoot a certain number of balloons on a timer.
I also like the idea that if you were trying to go to the Seelie court, if you do a slight mistake, you end up in the Unseelie realm instead, or the other way around.
Cool. That sounds really good. Sounds very solid. So our next thing we have to do is create the shadow. Does someone want to read this section in the book? Page 5 in the PDF, according to my browser.
I can do that. So the Shadow is a spooky NPC that all players have a share in controlling. Think of the mages from Fall of Magic or the robber from Settlers of Catan. The Shadow will tag along through your adventures in crime, aiding and interfering as the coins decide. The catch, they want your true name. Bargain with them and they will help you. Give them too much power and they might just achieve their dark purpose before you can escape. So we answer the following questions to create your shadow. Which setting does your shadow hail from? How does your shadow manifest? How does this manifestation change when a PC has bargained with them? For example, your shadow could be an invisible presence, but when a PC bargains with them, that PC appears to have a second shadow. What's your shadow's motivation? I.e., why are they following you? What do they plan to do with your true name they collect once they collect? This establishes the shadow's dark purpose. And then there's more on page 15.
Does anyone have any thoughts?
I don't know if it's just like a natural default, but I do like the shadow being unseelie court, but potentially also from like human mundane world.
See,
I like the idea of it being a force in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever it is that makes it glitch. Sorry, go on.
No, that's cool. Yeah, having it be the thing which is making it glitch is a cool idea. Maybe it looks like one of the glitches?
Ooh, yeah.
I've been watching too much
like
WandaVision. I'm reading what you got, Annihilation at the moment.
Yeah, well, or still very much like that Vanta Black Fairy or that Blackest Black Fairy that someone posted in the chat the other day. Mm-hmm. Just is a very good concept.
I do like the idea of them being kind of personified as a glitch in a way, where like we're essentially seeing something that kind of looks out of sorts in places. And maybe it's like not something that other people are seeing, like it's something our party is seeing as we deal with it. I like that a lot.
Out of places like it's a thing which you wouldn't expect to see anywhere, or a thing which you wouldn't like anachronistic. So sort of like seeing someone walk through the center of, I guess, Times Square wearing. Times Square's a stupid one because Times Square's just a place unto itself. But seeing someone in the olden days, like in a picture, who's wearing a modern wristwatch or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like my just said like a crowd of people with the same face or something, or like someone who kind of lacks facial features, or just something that looks out of touch, I think, is a good manifestation.
Yeah, it sort of lets you you're just looking at something and then you do a double take, like, wait, what?
That's quite cool. And what do they want our true names for?
I think maybe they want to change something about the way the world works, maybe.
Is that something they're already doing, maybe? Maybe like via the glitches, and they need us to sort of extend that reach.
Maybe they just want to, like, combine them all into one or separate them completely. Either.
Yeah. The worlds or the glitches?
The worlds. The realms.
I like that because it hints at something that is nefarious and dark, but also argumentatively something that could be positive.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the main drawback for us personally would be that they have our true names, not necessarily the thing they are doing with it.
Yeah.
It's like doing
Because
good things for, or bad things for good reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
But also, it's very hard for us to see what the real ramifications would be. So,
Yeah.
might be a bit hesitant to help the shadow.
Maybe there are also something like there's rumors that the shadow is, well, if the shadow's known, then maybe there's rumors that they are from like before the fall of the mortal realm.
Mm.
Yeah. Nice.
The shadow is the Yogg.
Yeah. Um, cool. Sounds like we have a pretty good idea for that.
So which are
Do
they trying to do? Unite or separate the realms?
you think it matters? Do you think we have different theories?
Oh,
I-
okay. Yeah, I like
I-
that, but we don't know.
Yeah. I kind of like if we don't know, and you know,
Scholarly
that's
debate
part of
about it.
the scary part is that we don't know which way it wants to go.
I like the idea of the shadow being like a well-known phenomenon of like people having studied it. Like if you use the glitches to travel between realms, I guess, then the shadow appears and you start like noticing it. And then schools of thought have sprung up about like different theories. I need to cough.
Yeah, I like that. Because anytime you have anything that is potentially old and ancient and mysterious, while there will be a overarching theory on it, there will always be people who speak opposite to that theory.
Huh.
So I like the idea of leaving its motivations kind of questionable.
Sounds cool. So the next thing we have to do is create our characters. Do you think it might be an idea to come up with like an idea for what we're trying to do first, or do you think that should come second? I know we've spoken
No, I
about
think.
potentially. Go ahead.
No, go on.
We've spoken about potentially heisting something from somewhere, stealing it from the FAE or the Unseelie for the mortal realm. But that doesn't stop us from playing characters from one of the realms, I guess, or it doesn't stop us from picking something entirely different.
I mean, you don't have to be loyal to the realm you come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Necessarily.
Okay. Shall we do some character creation?
Yeah, sounds good.
Marin, you seem to have filled yours out already, which is very cool.
I have started.
Okay.
At least. I didn't want to put in all the details before I knew a bit more about, setting and stuff. But yeah, I have a fairly good idea.
Great.
What I want.
I just want to bring attention to this fantastic doc that we've got, which Illy made by modifying the doc from Good Society. So shout outs to the people who made that spreadsheet, and we're using it for this now.
It is extremely good, Illy.
Yeah.
It's really just the Good Society thing. That one's extremely good. I just modded it a bit, but yeah, I think it makes a good stream.
Be Faith Do Crimes has some good PDFs. They're all fillable. You can fill them in, and they're very like easy to play with, but not fantastic for 4 different people playing 4 different characters on stream. So this is our middle ground. Do people have ideas for playbooks that they'd like?
Yeah, I'm going with the flower. tiny, scatterbrained, impish. You dance with butterflies beneath the notice of the world. So that's what I'm going for.
Cool. At the moment, I'm. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Go ahead. No.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna play like someone who works as a like FAE toll booth attendant, kind of like monitoring the gaps between worlds and sort of keeping track of who goes where. But there is also a data that's given us some of the sort of precursor testing playbooks, and the witch does sound fun, which would maybe be an unseelie person who is along for the ride.
Oh, that is good.
But also, I do like the idea of like just someone who has access to the Fey world and is letting you in, someone who's working from the inside. Just sound cool.
Okay, a troll booth, says Halcyon in the chat. Yes, it's a troll booth. I'm sorry.
I am a troll. Cool.
That is such a good concept, though. Like, you just walk through the glitch, and then there's someone like, papers, please.
The problem is that then, like questions around borders and stuff. It's like, do I really want to do that?
Well, yes, okay, maybe not that then.
No, it's an option, but like, it's just like, do I want to do that exact one this today, or?
Like, maybe there's no like borders, but they like to keep track of making sure no shadows sneak in or something. Okay, that's borders.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know. I still like the idea. I just don't like the pun. It's just a bad pun. No offense, Halcyon. Or like customs control, maybe, where like you're not allowed to bring in certain mortal thingies. I guess I don't know.
Pickles?
Yes, no pickles. Was it pickles last time?
I think it was pickles. Yeah, it brought to the unseelie court inadvertently and caused a bit of a diplomatic incident.
Oops. If I scroll in this doc, then the chat updates, which means I can't change this doc.
I can fill things in for you if you.
I'll just open it up in a different chat, different pane, and then I can edit them there.
Tollbooth could be like asking gifts from people who enter.
Oh, that's good.
Says minor. Or a riddle.
Oh, in order to get entry to the Feywild, you have to provide a suitably witty riddle.
Yeah, or they ask you a riddle.
Well, that's good too.
Mm.
I think I'm going to play the other way around. I've got a big book of riddles on me.
I like that.
Okay, so you're going with Piper?
I'm thinking of a Piper, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, obviously, if anyone else was actually looking at Piper, I'm happy to go with something else, but I was just going through them all, and I like Piper.
Yeah, no, that helps me decide between Piper and Witch, so...
Well, Witch is good, because Witch lets you... Do you want to read out what the spark with the Witch is?
Yeah. I'll copy paste it. So each of these characters has a different special ability, a spark, which I haven't yet figured out how to fill in automatically, so we have to copy paste them. But Whoops. Yeah.
I'm using the wrong dock again. Whoops.
Why can't I paste?
Do we try and do it?
I'm typing it, it's fine.
Okay.
Whoops. Okay. Yeah, while people are looking at things, I will explain for the benefit of the stream. I have picked the piper, dandy, enticing, spry, all hearken to the music of your pipes and bells. I'm also picking Sealy Court. My spark move is Call the Horde. A legion of small creatures appear at your call, and they are ready to do your bidding. What are they? How do you call them? What will you ask them to do? And yeah, I'm looking at this potentially, and if people who have more experience with this game, which are a different playbook that might suit better than the Piper, but I'm definitely looking this very much in the, if you're looking traditional fantasy sort of stuff, as a bard. But I always like bards more as storytellers rather than musicians. And I definitely like the idea of music to my pipes and bells essentially being people listening to stories I have to tell. And yeah, I'll play around with the move and see what that actually looks like when we get to it. But yeah, I think we're definitely playing around with lots of kind of words, especially with like a book of riddles being in Lofty's playbook and such. I think we're looking at stories in a funny way in this game so far. And I kind of want to play into that. Oh yeah, I need a character name.
Usually a good idea.
anyone in the chat wants to name my character for me, feel free to throw suggestions. I'm very bad at coming up with character names. Thank you to Lofty Inclination in the chat.
No, what have I done?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh, Eurus is good. You can't call a character Tootles.
I mean, that just kind of sounds like a challenge now.
I'm struggling with motivation.
Yeah. I kind of want my motivation to tie a bit more into what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I was a bit uncertain about that one.
Mm-hmm. So we did float the idea that we could be stealing from the Fey world for the mortal world. Perhaps we're stealing some kind of item which will allow a town to overcome some difficulty?
Yes.
Yeah, apologies. I do like the implication that we are Fae stealing from Fae. Kind of implies a level of us being left out of things, essentially. And I like those kind of stories.
Is this a Prometheus situation?
We're stealing fire?
Well, you're stealing something from your own people to help the mortal realm.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie.
Oh.
Well, the alien one.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that one, but yeah, maybe.
I enjoyed it. It was the first alien film I saw, I think.
Oh. Well, I want to learn the secret of interrealm travel from the Fae. Possibly steal it. I don't really care how I get to that information. So, but I like the idea of it being something like, yeah, do something for the mortal realm. Maybe you're on the other side of the discussion of whether the thing the Shadow is planning is good or bad. And you sort of want to boost mortal realm a bit in this whole power struggle.
So we're giving them something which is like powerful rather than useful. I'm not sure that's true, but
could be both.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I mean,
it's like the difference between something which they need desperately to stop them from like deal with a problem versus something that will give them more negotiating power, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean, what if something? I mean, I'll change my motivation in that case. But what if something that makes it easier to travel in the mortal realm, which is very overgrown at the moment, and so some form of nature controlling thing.
Something which makes it easier to travel.
Yeah.
A motorbike.
Compass.
Yeah, immediately thinking of, and I realize this is the second Zelda reference I'm going to make today, but the Oracle of Ages and Seasons Game Boy games, where there is, I can't remember exactly, but a harp that controls time or some sort of instrument that, and I realize it almost instantly ties into the playbook I picked, and I did not intend that, but some sort of item that can potentially control like a natural element. I do like that idea.
Mm.
Yeah. My first thought was, and I think this sort of like play into yours, is that we were trying to get like something which would allow a town like right on the edge of a glacier to stop the glacier from overrunning their town.
Mm.
Oh.
So maybe it's something which would like manipulate the ice in some way or something. But yeah, if we do just something which gives them ability to change to control the nature, then
Yeah.
play into that.
I mean, we could also potentially leave what the actual item is until we actually get to that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just have to find out what it is in the first place.
Like maybe accounts that we have are all slightly different.
Mm.
Maybe we're just going to try and like get into a place which would have many different items potentially.
Yeah.
The chat is on fire.
I saw that they mentioned a flamethrower.
Yeah. So there is a way to stop a glacier for sure. Then Halcyon is saying there's a mystical artifact that lets one create paths through thickets. The old texts call it a machete.
I can't wait to go rob Danny Trejo.
Oh, I didn't get that one, but
He played a character called Machete.
Of course, yeah.
Several films.
In Dora the Explorer? That's what my brain's saying to me.
Maybe. I don't know.
What am I thinking of?
I will. Hang on.
Danny Trejo is Boots in Dora the Explorer, the film.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Maybe this is what I'm thinking of.
I will post this in the Discord.
Wow.
It kind of started came out of the like Grindhouse film, with Robert Rodriguez, and where they did this kind of fake trailer for a film called Machete, which had Dan Trejo as, and they eventually made the film, potentially making more. But as Halcyon said, I am all good with stealing Danny Trejo.
Just gonna put this picture. This is what we saw. This is what we are stealing.
Good.
I guess that's something simple for my motivation.
Oh, there was two of them. Cool.
Okay. So.
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
If you want, I can go through my character in the meantime. So I think they're done.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, Red Jasper, they, them. They were neither red nor made of jasper. They just are called red jasper. They're a witch, crafty, proud, mortal. You have an affinity for strange magics you scarcely understand from the mortal realm. My motivation is to, I should say, not learn, but acquire, in ways yet to be determined, the secret of interrealm travel from the FAE. Look, small and bubbly, seems cute and harmless, but is not. See picture. The true name, now the true names in this game, you don't have to disclose them to the other players, but I think we've all decided to do so. Mine is the creak of a door long unopened. And my spark is to craft a spell. Create a spell combining elements of the sparks of 2 or 3 other members of your FAE crew. What will the spell do? What makes it different from the FAE magic you are imitating? As my basic moves, I've chosen... Oh, Lofty, could you scroll down a bit so I can show the moves? Yeah. So we've got a spook. I've got that as a shadow move, glamour, clever, and nimble as light moves, and banter as a shadow move as well. You always have 3 light and 2 shadow moves, and you well, how you flip coin depends on that. And finally, the bonds all start out as partners. So I've got Bric-a-Brac, Tootles, and Trudy as partners here.
Cool. Does someone else want to say their character?
I mean, I can go. I think I have mine finished now.
Sure, go ahead.
My character is named Trudy. He, they. His motivation is to give the mortals an upper hand over the FAE courts. His look is a common blackbird with iridescent feathers. I couldn't find a picture that's actually, that iridescent because I don't think we have FAE in this world on Google Images at least. So it was hard to find. His true name is The Sound of Snow Falling from an Overloaded Tree Branch. And I think that's unfortunate because that may be my true name as well. So, don't tell the shadow, please.
That's such a good noise.
My class is the flower, tiny, scatterbrained, impish, dancing with butterflies beneath the notice of the world, from the Sealy Court. The spark is take a leap. A feat of unlikely acrobatics can get you past any physical obstacle. How outrageous is your performance? Who are you trying to impress? Apparently I'm a bit low. Let me... I can turn myself up a little bit. Hang on. Is this any better?
A little bit. I've got you up as high as I can on my end, so
Yeah,
not
I am
much
one
else
of
I can
those
do.
voices that just doesn't want to get out of my lungs, so...
Cool, Crystal, thanks.
Yes, that must mean it's better. Yeah. Do I need to read up my moves, or is that fine?
Yeah, might as well
I
read off
mean,
your moves.
yeah. Spook and Glamour are shadow moves. And my light moves are Clever, Nimble, and Banter. And of course, I have everyone as partner in the beginning. Was that all? Did I forget something?
No, that's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
I did half of mine before, but I'll run through my character again for everybody's sake. I am Piper Tootles McPiperface, he, him. I am the Piper. My motivation is to be a part of a story and have my name sung to children.
Oh, that is good.
My look is barefoot and covered in a shawl. Wouldn't be noticed unless looking for them. Someone who would disappear into a shadow very easily. My true name, however, is a mirror breaking into 1,000 pieces, reflections of yourself, each as true as the last. My special move is Call the Horde. A legion of small creatures appear at my call, and they are ready to do my bidding. What are they, and how do you call them? What will you ask them to do? And when I do that, I flip 2 coins and choose the best result. On a heads, they follow you with absolute loyalty. And on a tails, they cause chaos and disruption that completely derails your planned action, which is just win-win if you ask me. My light moves are Spook, Nimble, and Banter, and my shadow moves are Glamour and Clever. Yeah, that is Piper. I'll find a good reference image at some point soon.
Cool. I'm going to play Bric-a-Brac, whose pronouns are she, her. I'm not sold on my motivation yet, but it's to travel to the mortal realm and to sit in quiet contemplation, looking over nature. My look is short. She's a troll. She has small glasses on her nose. I realized that while I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the trolls from Frozen, which is my mistake. She's carrying a big book of riddles, which she has as part of her job. Her true name is reaching up and pulling a book down from a shelf and flicking through the pages. She is a brownie, which is strong, scruffy, shy. It's hard to say. You do the work necessary and hope for a tasty reward. The spark is fix it up good. Get out of a sticky situation by handily fixing a broken or messy thing. What do you fix? What tools or magic do you use? Does anyone notice? On heads, I fix it without a hitch and get out of the situation. On tails, I miscalculate and make the problem worse, which sounds like me. I've got Glamour, Clever, and Banter as my light moves, and Spook and Nimble as my shadow moves. Which sounds like we're all good and ready. It's coming up to 10 o'clock my time, so we could take a break, or we could roll straight into the first cycle.
I'd appreciate a 5-minute break.
Cool,
Yeah,
I can do
5-minute
that.
break sounds good.
Great. So we'll be back at, I guess, 5 past the hour. Does that work?
It's good
Cool.
for me.
I will see you all in a little
Good.
bit.
And then let's
Cool.
do some crime.
Hell
Stretch
yeah.
legs, get water. Ready for crime.
Back in a bit. we should be back. Are we back? Chat,
I don't
are we
know.
back?
Are we back? The window's back.
Great.
Yeah,
Cease
looks like
back.
it.
Cool.
I also, just before we go on, I changed my motivation. I decided I should aspire higher and not just learn the secret of inter-realm travel, just learn all the magics, which is a much better motivation for a witch.
I need way more better motivation because mine's just like go and sit in a place quietly. Which, to be honest, is my motivation for everything. But
that's my real life motivation. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a heist.
Clap, clap.
Okay. Set scene, make moves, introduce obstacles, finish crime, shift, reset sparks. Who wants to be the shadow? I can be the shadow for the first one if you want, or if someone feels strongly.
So are we breaking into the Seelie or the Unseelie court? Because now I see I've got 3 Seelies here. Do you want to be inside FAE, or do you want to be breaking into the Unseelie court? Jasper can't be bothered either way. There's magic everywhere.
There's magic everywhere. It's such a romantic sentence.
Yeah, until you met
Yeah.
Jasper.
I'm thinking maybe we sneak into the Fae court.
Yeah,
The
I like that.
Seelie court. I keep saying Fae instead of
Sure.
Seelie.
Just for maximum drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good.
I mean,
Good.
Let me pull out my notes from yesterday. I've got a friend who's a really big fan of Leverage, so I asked them what happens in Leverage and like how the episodes go, so that we have a structure.
Nice.
They start off with a client who's like, this mean, terrible rich person took my money and caused the death of a loved one, is trying to take over a small country, etc. And the guy in charge is like, that sounds bad. And then they do some planning and some reconnaissance, and then they do some theft and some con artist stuff, and there's a twist. And you think it's fallen apart, and it hasn't. And then they get the thing. So
that's good.
maybe that's something we could follow, a structure we could follow.
I especially like the part where we do the thing.
Yes.
That's a good part of the plan.
So are we like an established crew, or do we get together through this whatever call for help, or?
Are we like being hired by someone? I do like it if we're an established crew.
Maybe I'm hiring you.
Yeah, that's also good. Because I'm like, I could be the one to get you into the area, I guess. Get you through magical customs. And that could maybe be our first step of like try and get you into the Seelie court. Although you are a very accomplished witch, so maybe you have means and ways of your own.
Well, my means are bribing troll booth attendants. So.
Cool.
Yeah, we could do that because then we don't have to come up with an invisible, unnamed customer client we're doing this for.
We can always let chat decide who the customer is. That always goes well.
Oh yes, right, chat. What should we do? And who's for? No flamethrowers.
No flamethrowers.
Oh, I was right. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Halcyon. Okay. Maybe then I'm like the fixer or something. Like I acquire clients on the mortal side.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It's
Yeah, I
easier
like
for
Yeah, I
me
that.
like
to
that.
interact with most humans. So I'm not quite as conspicuous as Blackbird. Well, yes.
A witch is less conspicuous than a blackbird.
No, but a talking blackbird.
I mean, I
I don't know.
can be quiet.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I
I
want
don't know
to.
how this works. What the mortal realm is even like. But like maybe I've got a witching business that's sort of like a front for our heist thing. Like, you know, I do the usual some healing potions, maybe a I don't know, revenge spell or two. This is your sort of basic small town witch service
Yeah, I like
provider.
that.
Small town
And
witch.
sometimes people come with trickier problems that a mere potion cannot fix. And well, for the right price, I might know some people.
To the tune of Uptown Girl. Small town witch. um, that sounds great. Do you know what we've been hired to steal this time?
um, well, hasn't it a compass? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe there's some kind of like library, museum, archive of pre-Yogg technology, pre-shadow technology.
Ooh.
Um,
Yeah.
um, maybe there's like a museum, and then there's a links to it. There's like a extra vault level of like more dangerous stuff, which is managed by the magical MI6, I guess, or something. Um,
A museum heist.
museum heist.
Museum heist. I love
I
it.
do like that.
Yeah.
So we have to go in through like the normal museum and then get into the secret museum and then heist this compass.
Yeah, and it's some special technology compass thing. We've been told it's a compass. Who knows what it actually does?
Yeah, the physical shape is a compass, but we don't necessarily know where it points.
Oh, I like that.
I'm a big fan of compasses that don't point just north.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very good MacGuffin.
Broken compasses. Ooh, and a lithiometer.
But like, maybe that's the thing that makes it kind of like hard to steal, is that like if there's a compass at this museum that potentially looks like it doesn't work or have any particular special attachment, it's difficult to find.
Yeah, it's just rust. It's just like lying in a drawer somewhere because
Yeah.
it's just broken compass.
It only works in the mortal realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been like approached by a like historian who's like, I've heard of this compass and I heard that you're good at locating things. So I was wondering if perhaps for the right price you could help me get it.
Oh, for the right price. I'm sure I know the right location spell. Wink, wink. Yeah.
So, what should be our first cycle? The flow of play goes as first you choose the shadow, which is one player who will control the shadow this round. To recap, our shadow is a glitch in the world, and it is trying to steal our true names in order to potentially merge or separate the different realms. They are who we flip against. And then we have to set the scene, which we've sort of had some discussion about, though we haven't really decided on what we're doing yet. Then we make moves. The shadow introduces obstacles, and we can repeat those steps until we finish the crime. So, excuse me. Who wants to be the shadow?
I'm good with starting as the shadow.
Yeah.
Cool. So you are to introduce obstacles to us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
is this the part where we try to get to the museum, or into the Sealy realm first?
You could potentially go earlier and have a scene where you're trying to figure out your plan.
It's a bit better. I think probably sneaking into the Sealy court is a quite actionable one, whereas figuring out a plan is maybe less actionable.
It's harder to introduce obstacles, I think.
Maybe we have to try. Yeah, if we're sticking you into the Sealy realm, that's quite simple.
Yeah.
How do you get here? Because it's like getting past on once you've got to the other side is made simpler by knowing a troll attendant.
Yeah.
But getting here in the first place, do you have to travel through a glitch?
Yeah. I think there's it's like in town where the mall used to be, but which is now just looks mostly like a sort of half-flooded cavern overgrown with vines and stuff. There's this picture of some old building that's flooded with water and there's just fish living in there. That sort of vibe. And you go counterclockwise around the pond 3 times and snap your fingers, and then the air sort of shimmers, and you can take a step forward with your left foot, and that takes you to the other side. I don't know, is one of you or some of you accompanying me on this?
Maybe it makes sense for me to meet you on the other side?
Yeah. So I walk up to the troll booth and try to look my trolliest.
I was just going to say a potential obstacle of making sure you get the right booth.
Yeah.
If there's only one troll booth, if we picture that, or if we kind of like make it look a bit more like a kind of customs, and there's different lines. You're trying to make sure you get in the right one.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Either the right one, or maybe Bric-a-Brac just has a colleague in there.
Yeah. Bric-a-Brac gets in that morning and is being assigned to a different booth than they originally thought they would be.
Oh no.
She would be, sorry.
Yeah, okay. What are the others up to?
I was wondering, I think maybe Trudy spends a lot of time in the mortal realm. That maybe I am coming with you.
Yeah.
From like the other side.
That would also make things easier for me if I'm being accompanied by FAE.
Yeah. Also, I just really like the idea of a bird riding on someone's shoulder.
Oh, good.
I just either want to be the bird on someone's shoulder or be someone with a bird on their shoulder, and those are my 2 life goals.
Excellent. Yeah, I think Jasper's tried to dress the way they think FAE dress. But still practical enough for a heist, which means they're wearing like overalls, but really diaphanous material and sort of shimmering.
Diaphanous overalls is sort of such a one and the other. It's like you want something heavy and heavy duty, and then you just replace it with diaphanous stuff.
I'm not sure it actually is practical for the heist, but that's what they went with.
Is this your first time in the Sealy Court?
I think so.
Oh wow! What's your impression?
Well, I'm not there yet, am I? I don't know. I think I'm sort of looking around, sneaking glances around at the people around me, and trying to play it cool, like I'm just another FAE walking in with another one riding on my shoulders, a bird. Just as you do,
just
every day.
2 FAE coming into the Sealy Court.
Nothing to
happens
see
every
here.
day. Perfectly normal.
Where's Toodles?
I imagine Toodles spends most of their time. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
You had a bit of interference for a second.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. Yeah, I imagine Toodles spends most, if not all, of their time in the Sealy realm / court. They aren't someone that very often goes out of their way. They spend a lot of time. So I like to imagine that they are maybe not here in this kind of like customs in the troll booth. They are probably somewhere else waiting for you all to arrive.
Okay.
They're in a tavern somewhere on their third ferry beer.
Ferry beer.
Yeah.
I do think I'm stuck in a booth, so I don't think I can meet you. So you'll have to come and find me at my sort of go through my channel.
Hey, Trudy.
Hmm?
Are we even in the right line here? Is there any way you could figure out where Bric-a-Brac is?
I mean, it's kind of hard to see past everyone.
But
you would have to get closer to see the signs and the people.
can't you just fly there? And I know it's probably cutting the line, but
I mean, I don't really fly that much. Kind of.
I'm sorry.
The wings are mostly for like aesthetics. I can like float a bit.
I mean, they are very aesthetic.
Thank you.
Okay. I think I'm going to. I think Bric-a-Brac was saying she was going to be posing extra easy riddles today to get the lines through faster.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try and look around to see which line is moving particularly fast and get on that one.
Yes, that's a good plan.
The classic Q philosophy. Which one's moving quicker?
Yeah, problem is everyone else wants to go there too. So that means I'm going to use my clever move, which is a light move. And that's flipping one coin. I don't think we can flip coins in the Twitch chat, can we?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, we may have to use Discord and just say the results,
Yeah.
I think.
I got a 1. That is good.
Say one for heads, 2 for tails.
Yes.
I think that's what we used last time. Should have specified before, but yes. So heads it is. Okay.
So you find the right line?
I find the right line. Yes. Wait, do I get a light for this, or is that just for the? No, that's just
for
for
the
the special.
for the spark.
The
Yeah.
spark. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I find the right line that's moving quickly and get in line there.
I think before long you're at the front of the line, and you do see Bric-a-Brac, who notices you but manages to keep her cool, I think, and asks, "Riddle, please."
Oh wait, I'm supposed to give you a riddle or what?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, I'm yes. What has wings but only floats?
That would be iridescent bluebirds. Very good. Come on through.
I like that the Sphinx just says an answer and is like, and obviously I'm correct.
Good riddle, good riddle.
Yeah. I know all. I've got a book full of them. That's such a weird system because, like, are you giving her a riddle which is already in the book, or
I don't know. Like
I
maybe
mean,
it has to
maybe-
be a new one.
Maybe that's how you fill up the book.
yeah, that would
Like,
make more sense. But also, like,
yeah.
she was very confident that she got the right answer.
Yeah, it's just progressively harder to get into the CD realm.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I've probably got to try and get on break. So I like hurry through the rest of my line, and then join you two on the other side.
I think potential obstacle there of convincing people to let you go on break, essentially.
Uh-huh.
I realize this isn't necessarily a place you want to start doing like combat sort of. obstacles. So yeah, I think it's lots of like convincing people and checking with Dave that Dave's okay to come on and
Dave, will you come
Dave's
with
ready
me,
to start
please?
their shift.
Yeah, you please. I need a break. It's been a long day.
I said that I'm immediately picturing like just some sort of red-faced, still eating their breakfast, no matter what time it is.
Dave, I covered
Person,
you for you.
yeah. Kind of like looking at their watch, just still 5 minutes left.
Yeah, but if I don't go now, then I'll miss the bus. I set up early, so my shift's over.
Dave, the four. Should we make a flip? I'm sounding like a GM here. I don't mean to sound like
No,
that.
I think that's your role.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel weird though.
Um,
But yeah,
I think I'm gonna try a banter roll, and I think I'm gonna try to do it. I just flip it, right?
yeah.
Ah, no, I have not
No,
convinced
so
Oh
Dave.
no!
Oh no.
no, so yeah, I think Dave kind of just kind of like shakes his head and carries on eating whatever kind of fairy equivalent to an egg McMuffin would be.
I think you're gonna say like cereal, like Farriers.
I'm picturing him like sat on like a chair
Hmm.
behind. Like there's no difference if he comes and sits in whatsoever. But um,
You've all got one of those coworkers. It's like just behind the
oh
microwaves
yeah,
or something.
yeah, um, and yeah, just kind of like ignores you, which I think then means that Trudy and Red Jasper are kind of stuck, waiting. At the inclusion of the bus, which means you can probably see a bus in the background.
Hmm. Um, don't forget you can offer a shadow bargain. A shadow.
Yeah, I can actually, can't
I really like the idea of taking a shadow bargain just to get out of work early.
I?
I mean, I've had those days.
Yeah, we've all had those days.
All been there.
Shadow bargain. If you
That
fail a basic move or spark, you can make it an automatic success by making a bargain with a shadow. To do this, you have to give it your true name to the shadow. Collaborate with all players to describe or play out what this looks like.
so I think it's on you if you want to take the shadow bargain.
It's just too good a situation to hit up. I mean, it's really early, but I do like the idea that someone else steps up to the to my booth and they just have like no face, like the same three people step past,
Yeah,
um, and then just looks at me like intently.
just
Um,
in uniform. You've never seen them before, but they're ready to go.
yeah. So yeah, I flip a shadow bargain, which I will tick on the sheet.
Okay,
Um,
so
and I
um,
think I get a shadow point for failing a roll.
where did we get up to? After you made the shadow bargain, the shadow will be connected to you directly for the rest of the cycle. This means that you will flip against the shadow on every move you make, regardless whether it's light, shadow, or spark. Keep track of how many shadow bargains you make. If you get the dark ending, the number of shadow bargains.
Okay, so I've got one shadow point for failing a basic move and one shadow bargain, which I have to keep track of to determine whether or not I get a really bad ending or just a medium bad ending.
Yes.
Mhm.
I do like the idea now that you are kind of seeing this shadow person, this kind of faceless, appearing in, like, you get on the bus and the bus driver is this person,
Mhm.
and or you sit down and it's someone at the back of the bus, like holding a newspaper. You don't necessarily, and the other two and Piper, when we get there, won't see this same thing. They just look like regular FAE to you, to everyone else.
Mhm. That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess I meet them outside at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the
Just
bus to the
hanging.
museum.
Do we meet Piper there, or does Piper Joy? Do we meet Piper at their the place where they've been staying?
I think if you're heading straight to the kind of museum, I think Piper would meet you there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that the end of the cycle?
I think potentially, yeah.
Cool. So then we pick up a new cycle. Who wants to? Oh no, we've got to adjust. Look at the flowchart. Shift. Just look at your light and shadow points tally to determine how your character has been affected by partaking in this crime. If your light count is higher, describe how your character's personality, look, relationships, and/or motivation has changed to better reflect their ideal self. If your shadow count is higher, describe how your character's personality, look, relationships, and motivation has changed to reflect their corruption as they lean into the more sinister side. During the shift, you may also rearrange your light or shadow moves or declare rivals with normal players. I think they're just irritable. I think she's just like kind of twitchy whenever she sees someone new. For like the next couple of the next short while, because she's just like looking for the shadow in everyone.
I like the image that you get on the bus and the bus driver is this kind of faceless person that you recognize as the shadow. When you get off the bus, it's a regular person just kind of smiling happily and thank you for traveling with us.
Mm-hmm. I just look sort of like really like twitchy because I'm like, where did the shadow go?
Yeah.
Cool. Next in the cycle is reset sparks. None of us used our sparks, so now it's choose the shadow next.
I can go.
Sure. We have to set the scene as well, so I guess we're at the museum.
Yeah.
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 Maybe this is the part where we're trying to get from the like regular exhibit into the vaults.
Do we want to do that first, or do we want to try and locate what the item is first?
The what?
Do we have to like? Do we have to like try and find out what we're looking for first, or do we have to try and see?
I mean, it's in the vault, isn't it? So we probably need to get in the vault first.
Okay.
Or are we trying to see if it's on exhibit?
I'm just thinking that we have to go to like some kind of ledger and work out what's like see like how do we know it's here and yeah, I guess.
Right. I mean, I think we probably were told that it's probably being kept at the museum where you found that out. But I mean, a few potential things we can have here is trying to find the ledger, see where it is.
Just
Find
picturing
out
us all,
guards movements or something.
picturing us all stood by like a big "You are here" board,
Yes.
trying to figure out like, well, compass would be over here, but magical, and like.
Oh,
Then we
yeah. Can I see the archives? We're doing a school
Hmm.
report.
have to talk to one of the museum like attendants to get information about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have to make a distraction so we can sneak in.
Yeah. So what is the scene? What is the objective of scene here? Is it to find out where the thing is or to get to the thing?
I just think it's quite early to get to the thing, but
Yeah,
I
okay,
think 5
that's
minutes.
true. Okay.
Just want to quickly mention the Vicious Pigs in chat saying get the audio guide, and now I can't help but picture sneaking through vents while you're listening to descriptions of the Mona Lisa.
It's so good. That's great.
Yeah, okay. So that is our goal then. Okay. So you get off at the museum bus stop, and what happens?
I think a part of it is trying to make sure we don't look super suspicious.
Don't look suspicious.
Yeah.
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 And yeah, either finding a brochure or a leaflet, a map of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
while also trying to trying to mix around looking at places and being like, would it be here, while also avoiding any sort of guards or anything.
Yeah. I think a museum attendant comes up to you as you're standing there at the you're here board. Says, can I help you at all? You seem to have been wandering quite erratically through the museum, and I was wondering if there's anything I can help you with.
We are just trying to, we're a little bit lost.
Yeah, we don't know where we are, and we don't know where we're trying to get to. I mean, we know where we are. We can see the you are here thing. We're just having trouble reading the map.
Right. What is it you'd like to see?
Because you can't just say compass, right? You've got to say
Adventuring gear.
Adventuring gear. Well, we've got the section on underwater adventures over here. Water realm adventuring on the left. Through the room on human paraphernalia and the general housing exhibit. There's quite an interesting sort of replica of a human dwelling that you can visit over there. Then we've got the Unseelie adventures over to the right. So take your pick.
thank you.
I think Piper is kind of stood looking very confused, eyes wide.
I do want to go to the Unseelie one. I want to see what Unseelie adventuring gear there is and use it somehow.
Side quest.
Found a
You
crowbar.
borrow it.
Everyone knows this is how you get the shotgun early.
This is where the machete will be.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably something where you're going to have to use something like a clever move, maybe, to find the right exhibit, or maybe convince an attendant to show you the right thing without revealing it.
I was about to say I might try and, if the party is okay with it, try and convince this attendant/security guard to kind of give us just give us some guidance to the right places.
Above and beyond what they've already given us?
Yeah, like, if they take us there and then they're like, okay, thank you, bye, they might leave.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can just give you the map here if help you orient yourself in the building.
Despite the bird, which is for aesthetic reasons, we have terrible navigation skills.
I'm. Hmm.
The bird will not stand for this slander.
Yeah, no.
I'm more than aesthetics. Thank you. But we. Maybe a little tour would be nice.
A tour. Well, we
Yes.
have tours starting on the hour every hour. I'm afraid you just missed it. But if you go to the front desk, you can sign up for the next tour.
But you know this stuff? Can you just help us find it?
I mean, I do work here.
Not like a big tour, just a small tour.
A small
But
tour.
there is something to be said for a personal touch in these matters. A little perspective from someone who deals with it on the day-to-day can be a big help to newcomers to it like us.
Oh well, if you say it like that, of course, I only work here. I'm not a curator or anything, but I do know an exhibit or two. What exactly is it you're looking for then?
Navigational devices. I mean, it's slightly ironic that we're lost, and we're looking for one.
You can't actually use them here.
We can't?
They're just looking at.
But
How do you learn about them if you're just looking at them?
Perhaps we should introduce an experiential learning exhibit. Bring that up at the next staff meeting. Well, anyway,
We want to ensure we can leave the best review on Fairy Yelp.
Well, yeah, why don't you give me a roll then?
Cool. I am happy to do this as I haven't done anything yet. I just have to, again, remember how to roll in Discord, as usual.
Exclamation mark R, and then
yeah.
1d2, I guess.
Oop.
With space.
There's a space.
Yeah, with a space, yeah. 1. Heads.
Nice.
Well, I suppose since you're asking so politely, yes, I do have some time. It isn't a very busy day here, so yes, let me show you our best navigational equipment. And I think this attendant who's just I think she's a wisp. Just this small glowing ball of light. But whenever there's like a particularly interesting exhibit, she points it out with like a beam of light, like a laser pointer that goes and points at the exhibit. So yeah, she takes you. I think she takes you through all of them, all of the exhibits. Like there's the Unseelie Quartz exhibit, which has some very, very steampunky, like compasses with way too many gears, and what are other navigational things? with too many gears, you know, the thing you have on a ship. Too many gears. It just all has so many gears on it, and it's all bronze. You know, they are a bit tacky, but it is very interesting, and you know, we merely collect them for scientific purposes.
But you don't let people touch them. What scientific purposes can you get if you don't let people like examine them?
Well, we study them. Our researchers study them.
Who? Where?
Well, in the stacks, we have this whole research facility over, well, you know, underground.
Oh,
Um,
that sounds. Can we see
and
that?
in the neighboring building. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid that's just for, well, research. We can't let the public in there because we've got the storage space there, and it's all very unsafe. It's really just a jumble of boxes and very hard to navigate. I don't think you'd feel comfortable there.
While this conversation is happening, I want to kind of Trudy.
Hmm?
You're small.
Yes. Yes,
Do you think
I'm small.
Do you think you could take this person's credentials?
Oh, I think I could. I absolutely can. Oh, is it like a what are they called? Like a thing
Like
you
a
have around your neck.
lanyard?
Yes, one of those. Is it like one of those?
Um,
Or
I don't think I have a neck, but
that's true.
I think it's one of those things that's sort of like clipped on. Well, I'm not sure what it's clipped on here in this case, but that you'd normally have clipped onto a pocket or something. So like a little badge with this little crocodile clip.
Just
Um,
floating nearby.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's some physicality to this wisp. It's just not necessarily a neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's just a little badge that says like staff and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, so Toodles, here's the plan. I managed to unclip the thing, and then we move along as if nothing has happened, and you pick it up. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Yes, we can do this.
Yes.
Bric-a-brac hopefully providing distraction.
That's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you maybe give me a slight throw so I can float over there?
A small yeet.
Just a little bit of a throw.
Do not throw the bird.
Just a small, yeah. A
Yeah,
little.
not too hard. I don't have the best breaks.
I
But
love that the plan is what we will do is we'll very sneakily unclip the lanyard by throwing this bird.
yes. Precisely.
So.
Is this a feat of unlikely acrobatics, or am I being clever?
I think it's a feat of
Or
unlikely
nimble.
acrobatics. Elite.
Yeah.
I think so.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, so that's my spark. A feat of unlikely acrobatics can get you past any physical obstacle, such as something being a few feet off the ground when you're less than 1 foot tall. How outrageous is your performance, and who are you trying to impress? I mean, I'm trying to impress Toodles, obviously, because Bricky-Brack is busy distracting.
Mm-hmm.
And just anyone else who might glance my way should be suitably impressed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I flip 2 coins and choose the best result. So let's do that.
Roll.
2d2.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, but I get. Great. 2
2
twos.
twos.
I did good. I did good.
Mark a shadow
on
point.
tails. Yeah, take a shadow point. On
2 shadow points because you got a failure.
true. On tails, the obstacle is too much for you. You fail and you look ridiculous doing it. Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, I crash into the wisp, right?
Yeah, I'm happy to take blame in this, in that I eat the bird too hard.
Yeah, I think the wisp is just pointing out a particularly interesting map, and just pointing it out with a laser pointer,
Brick-a-brac's like
bric-a-brac,
nodding.
trying to look very, very interested there.
Mhm.
Jasper probably as well, and then just this bird crashes
From off
into
screen
her
in
from.
slow motion.
Yeah. I'm trying to picture this from the tour guide's point of view, where we were like, "Hey, can you come help us?" And the minute we're alone, they get a bird thrown in their face.
Yeah, I imagine like a poof of feathers flying out.
No.
Yeah, as you crash into into the wisp, the map there that she's pointing at suddenly goes completely blank, and you feel the presence of something that offers you to change the course.
I mean, I'm sorry, I just think it's really funny. So
Mhm.
I think I'm keeping it for now.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about good.
Okay, so
I'm looking at my spark, which is fix it up. Get out of a sticky situation by handily fixing a broken or messy thing. I'm wondering if that's applicable here, maybe?
This sort of situation is broken and messy, so
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah, this wisp just got thrown into an exhibit by a bird.
I imagine like tiny little copies of me flying around my head, you know, like in a comic
Yes.
way.
Yes, perfect.
I'm also happy to I very much like the fix it up good, but I'm also happy to call the horde.
Oh yes, also
If
perfect.
I throw a tiny bird at someone and then summon a bunch more.
Yes, please.
Oh god.
It's up to people which one they would rather which one they think looks better on screen. I guess.
I love the image of you throwing a bird and then just like cocking your hand back and another bird appearing in your hand and just throwing again.
Those rapid fire birds coming out of your hands.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm
Like
happy
clay
to do that.
pigeons,
So
except there's no clay about it.
It's just like a
yeah,
pitching machine, just like arms spinning.
call the horde. A
Bird,
legion
bird.
of small creatures appears at your call, and they are ready to do your bidding. What are they? How do you call them? What will you ask them to do? And I think kind of tying this into my kind of background and stuff, I think this kind of looks like Tootles reciting a tale of a flock of birds that once descended on a small town. And that no matter what happened, the birds kept coming.
Which is a horrible thing when you're a museum attendant and a bird
Yeah.
comes at you and you're lying there or floating there, and suddenly someone just starts telling the story about her.
See,
While more birds appear out of nowhere.
So many birds.
So I rolled that and I got a heads and a tails.
So you get to pick.
So I get to
Whoops,
pick.
something happened to the screen.
I was trying to load up the thing. You know in Breath of the Wild when you attack a chicken?
Yes, it's that. Oh.
And just thousands of chickens
absolutely
spawn out
that.
of the ether.
It is
No.
absolutely that, but in a museum.
Yeah.
And I think that they follow you with absolute loyalty. I think I'm gonna go with the heads option.
Okay, so
as much as I
get
want
like
to
a
go.
1 and a 2. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, they follow with absolute loyalty, and I think mainly in the chaos caused by this, we managed to get what we intended to. We get this lanyard or pass that we.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very distracting, to be
Yes.
fair.
I mean, to be fair, it was a very effective distraction.
Yes.
I think
Is this
the
attendant okay?
wisp sort of.
Huh?
Are they okay?
Yeah. No, I think she sort of gets up, floats up, and gives herself a little shake, and like, I mean, she works in a fairy museum. These things happen.
They do.
You should
I think-
you should be here on Kids Day. Like, this is nothing.
I think Trudy is trying to hide among the other birds and try to, like, not be noticeable.
Uh-huh.
But what were the flock of birds? What did they look like?
I think it's a
The flamingos.
I think it's like lots of other small birds.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, you're a blackbird. I think there's probably some blackbirds mixed in, probably with less iridescent feathers than yours,
Yeah.
but also some like red-breasted robins and I'm suddenly everything except seagulls.
Everything except seagulls. Yes.
Yeah, I live by a beach that I'm not letting seagulls be. Pigeons. Yeah, lots of small cute birds.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hiding very well.
Yeah.
I look very ridiculous.
Okay. Yes, I think she gathers herself and takes you to the next exhibit. Making sure you are all okay. I mean, these things happen. You know, it's we can't always control our bird outbursts. Just eat a whole ostrich. So,
Yeah.
That's for the finale.
Yes.
Okay, that's for the last heist part. Okay, yeah, I think while all of this is going on, Red Jasper is just trying to be as unobtrusive as possible and like try to follow Bric-a-Brac's lead mainly and just seem interested but not overly shocked by anything happening. And yeah, I think the whisper leads you on. Probably shows you some other exhibits, and I don't know. Is this? Yeah, I think you're still you've got the badge now. You know where things are. That things are somewhere, but yeah, maybe you still need to figure out whether the thing is on exhibit or where exactly the other building is. So I think she just takes you onwards, and then you've got the whole astral navigation department and maps through the times, and then a fine collection of compasses, which here we actually do have some hands-on exhibits. If you'll look at these, we have some compasses that point very north.
Very north.
We have very north. We have some compasses that point unseelie north. we have some general purpose compasses that work everywhere. We have this compass that just points at other compasses. It's not the most useful, but I suppose it can be used for special compass finding purposes. So
Trudy is giving like meaningful looks here to the others.
yes, yeah. So we recently changed this exhibit. Actually, there were some that just didn't work at all, so we removed those. But yeah, this is our new and renewed compass exhibit, and we do have some replicas in the gift shop if you are interested. Some functional replicas, even, which seems like something that not to put too fine a point on this, but that might benefit you in your, well, in general.
Just so we're clear, you still keep the non-working compasses on site, yes?
Of course. We can't just, what would we do? Toss them out?
Well, just want to make sure that proper practices are being upheld.
Well, yes. I mean, they're being repaired if they can be. Those that are simply non-functional for undetermined reasons are being studied or are just in deep storage. But we don't throw anything away. We do have unlimited space after all.
You have unlimited space?
Oh yes, yes. We have a storage dimension.
Wow.
It's like a pocket dimension, but bigger.
Pocket dimension, bag dimension, crate dimension, storage dimension.
All self-respecting museums have one these days.
That's very impressive.
Yes, yes, it is quite state of the art.
Can you access it from anywhere, or is it like locked to a certain location?
Oh no, it's locked to our museum.
Okay, that's good.
We initially, when they were first developing, tried sharing one between museums, but this sort of shared artifact hosting turned out to not be very secure. The Museum of the Mortal Realm over in Town, they kept nicking our exhibits, which is frankly not very collegial of them, but we ended up getting our own storage dimension, and I think it's been a very good decision.
Yes, no, I can.
Oh, go on.
I was just going to say that I can totally understand not wanting Mortal Realm to steal your exhibits. That would be awful.
Yes, no. You wouldn't believe.
They haven't put in any extra security since then or anything, I imagine.
Well, you don't really need much security there when the entrance is in just one place. I mean, that one is, of course, but we do have our. Well, never mind. That is not interesting to you, probably.
It's somewhat interesting.
So, anyway.
I'd like to hear
Really?
it. Well, you told me about the magical storage space. Everything's interesting.
Well, but I mean, it's just a storage dimension. I mean, I'm aware they're bigger than your regular pocket dimension, but it's essentially the same technology. Surely you have a pocket dimension.
Unfortunately, I don't.
And she gives you a squinty-eyed look, which just means that her light dims a bit.
Okay, I was trying to get like information about the if there was any extra stuff. Maybe I could roll for it.
Mm. Yes, please do.
Banter, I
What
guess
are you
again,
rolling? Banter? Sure.
or clever.
I mean, either would work, really.
Mm-hmm.
Banter does have convince, consort, spin a tail, so I think it probably fits better.
Okay, I've got one in both of them, so
Mm-hmm.
I succeed.
Yay.
You do succeed. Well, see, it is quite interesting actually because it is based on pocket dimension technology, but they developed it further into a so-called. Initially, they tried cloud storage, but the whole raining thing sort of messed it up a bit, so they transferred it into a separate dimension. And yeah, so see, we have the access door to just a research facility over there, and in the research facility there's the storage dimension, which it's very clever, really. It just looks like the door to the break room. It's right beside the actual break room, and you just walk in, and then you're in this massive warehouse of things, and it's really fascinating. I quite like the shared storage space just because you'd have people popping in from everywhere, but that's probably better for some sort of party situation rather than actually storing your museum artifacts there. Well, anyway, yeah, they've done a really good look of just integrating it into our research facility. Just this nice green door. Yeah, of course. I mean, you need an access pass to get through, of course. But all of our staff, of course, have one. And well, then there's the goblin security.
Goblin security.
Oh yes, they're very reliable.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes, well, actually, I mean, if you're interested, we mini versions of our storage dimension in our gift shop. I mean, you'd think that's just the same thing as a pocket dimension, but it's not. It's a miniature storage dimension.
It does sound very similar.
Well, you did say you didn't have a pocket dimension either. So.
Yes, no, I don't. But I don't. No.
It's
I
very
didn't say that.
clever. It has a tiny little green door on it as well.
We'll be sure to look at it when we go through the gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please do. Okay, is there anything else I can show you?
I think that's okay. We're okay, thanks. We found what we wanted to look for.
Okay. Well,
Thank you so much for the help.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about the birds.
Sorry about the birds. It wasn't us, but sorry about the birds.
Don't worry. That happens. And she
Nice.
floats away.
So we're getting the compass that finds compasses, right?
Are we?
That is a good idea.
I mean, yes. That's
I totally did not think of that
Oh
when
my
I
God, it
introduced
felt-
it, but it's fantastic, yes.
it felt like you were throwing out some breadcrumbs for us.
No, that was really
And
just
I'm a bird, I
because,
love breadcrumbs.
no, someone in compass that all compasses point to, so I just turned it around because I liked the idea. But no, absolutely, this was yes, absolutely on purpose.
Definitely.
Yeah, the compass that finds compasses is in one of the exhibits here. I think it's even one of the hands-on ones because it's fun to be able to carry it around the room and have it point to the different compasses there.
Just looks
So
like
it's
a hyper
easy to
compass.
steal.
Hyper compass. Okay, but I think that's probably the end of this cycle, right? The
Mhm.
next one would be actual heisting stuff. Unless
Sounds-
you want to nick the compass here as well, but I think that could be.
I mean,
like-
if it's just laying around for us to use that around the exhibit, it's not very hard to accidentally put it in a pocket.
Yeah, you can probably just put it in your pocket and
Cool.
nobody will notice. The wisp is gone.
Mhm.
Might be hard to exit the museum, but you might not be wanting to exit. So.
I mean, what we're looking for is inside the museum, so it's fine.
Okay, so that would be the end of this cycle, I guess. Right?
Yeah. So what do we do?
Okay, so.
Finish the crime.
Okay, we totally forgot last time to award light or shadow points depending on how the scene went.
Oh, we did. Yes. Shall
Oh,
we do
yeah.
that
We should
now?
do that now.
Did it go positively?
I would say so.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we all
I
get
think
one.
we all get a light point.
Cool. Well, Lee, you've got a lot of light points.
Yeah, some
Think
of
about
us
both
have
of
more
them.
points than others.
Okay, so according to the light points, how has your character been affected by partaking in this crime? Adela is saying we should add light point cycle 2. So what
Yes,
we should
that's
do
true.
is retroactively add light points for the last cycle.
Yeah, so we
actually.
get a one again for this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, Adela.
Okay, so what has changed?
I think I'm at least concerned that we threw a bird at just a person doing their job. That seems really harsh.
Nothing wrong with that. She said it happens.
She did say it happens, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
it doesn't mean you want to encourage it.
I think Red Jasper is very, very, been very wide-eyed and just trying to play it cool. But I think they're slowly getting used to it and finding their bearings. So I think they're starting to feel a bit more at ease here.
Cool. It is 20 past the hour. Do we want to take a break before the next one, or just roll straight into
I
it?
think so, yeah.
Cool. Back here at 25 past, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, back in a bit.
Bye, chat. See you.
Bye. Hi, welcome back to the Roll Plus Bond charity livestream. We are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund, and we've got a couple of donations. Wow, I might have. Oh no, cool, it doesn't. I thought I might have had chat loop through things. So we got, since the start of the stream, I imagine, $5 from Artemis Fowl, who says, "You dare interfere with my nefarious deeds." $11
Much
from the
appreciated.
ATM that stole Halcyon's card with the comment, "I shall atone for my evil deed." Kai, who sent $18 and just said, "hee hee." And Halcyon, who sent $3 and said, "I have wrested my controls of my funds from the clutches of the banking system." So, thank you all for the donations. It's going to a great cause. You can find out more about them at naf.org. Yeah. Anyway, does anyone want to recap what just happened before the break?
What did just happen? Oh boy, I'm reading back through the chat here. The things I missed.
We threw some birds as in an attempt to steal a lanyard.
Mhm.
We
Successfully.
stole a
I might
lanyard,
say.
so
Got the lanyard.
yeah.
Learned about the cloud storage solutions and the storage dimension, which is not a pocket dimension, but it's bigger. And we learned about the goblin guards or something.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cool.
Goblin security.
And the green door we have to go through.
They're not actually all goblins. It's just the company name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Goblin security.
Not everyone who works for the troll. Oh, I forgot the second part of the word.
Troll booth.
The troll
Troll
booth
booth.
are trolls. So
Yeah.
yes. Heist part 3. We're going to steal something?
Untick my spark.
Mm.
Oh yeah, untick your use
All
the
right.
spark function. Through the green door, I guess. Does anyone who wants to be the shadow?
I think it's either you or
Yeah.
Maren haven't gone yet, so.
Do you want to go, Maren, or I can take it if you don't? I'll go then.
Cool.
Okay, so what's the next part of the plan? Is it? Are we stealing the? We've got the compass, which points to compasses, right?
We've got the compass. I think
Yes.
now it's a sort of lurk around the museum and try to stay till they close it. Maybe. Sail till closing time and then sneak over to the research wing and through the green door.
Sounds good. Where are you hiding in order to do the sneaking?
Oh, I have an idea. The guide mentioned this human exhibit where there was some sort of like a replica human apartment, I guess. To just like show what mortals live like. I think I'm like, I know this is my department. I know where to hide there. And just sort of try to find various cupboards stuff in that like replica building to hide in.
I do think it's a little different to what you'd expect. Like you're looking at things and going, "That's not right. That's not what humans are like."
Half the doors probably don't open; they're just painted on. And
It's like step ladders and like hatches in the ceiling because it's the Feywild, so you can go up through the ceiling, I guess. I think you probably have to roll to hide to look pass
Yeah.
undetected. Or to like find
Yeah.
some hiding spaces, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, we probably just like wait. But I think wait for for um. Oh, I know. So I think I want to like wait for the room to be empty, and then just like try to um yeah look at the different doors, just sort of rattling them. Which ones of these open? Can I hide someone under the bed? What about here in the wardrobe?
Um,
Anyone got a spare pocket dimension?
should have gone to the gift shop.
Yeah,
It's not.
you're
Oh,
giving
wait,
up
no.
replica perfect dimension.
The gift shop doesn't have pocket dimension. It has small storage dimensions. They're different legally. Um. Okay, I guess yeah. Probably have to roll. Um. How do you roll the
Are we
opposite
all
of clever? I don't think you all have to roll. I think
okay?
um maybe Red Jasper because she's the one looking for or they're the one looking to actually find a place.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
that makes
think
sense.
I think I sort of marched you over here very confidently, like,
Hmm.
aha, finally a thing where I have expertise. And realized it doesn't quite look as I expected. But yeah, so just I think it's going to be clever. Notice, discover, deduce, try to find things there where I can hide someone.
That makes sense. You can also probably help. There's a roll you can do to help, which is I think you roll again and can potentially
Yeah,
add one coin.
I would like to help.
Oh yeah, maybe you're on lookout or something.
Oh yeah, making sure no one comes in and sees us acting suspiciously.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you could probably put names escaping me. You probably put Trudy on like top of something, like hiding on top of like a cupboard or something to like keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Oh
And like she'd pass
I
undetected.
was I was actually thinking that Trudy may be hiding by pretending to be part of the exhibition anyway.
Yes,
So
perfect.
Yeah.
I just do that earlier. Just
yeah.
a normal bird statue. Humans have those, right?
Yeah, there's probably like a shelf of little knickknacks.
Yeah.
There's
So
like
I
a shepherd figurine and some other assorted porcelain stuff and something that has 5 legs and it's probably
yeah.
not from the mortal realm, but it sure looks like it.
Got to be careful not to
Yes.
get picked up by the janitors who are what do you call it? Getting all the birds back.
Yeah. Um. That would probably be a clever roll to help.
Probably
Is
also
that
a
how it
clever,
works?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All
So
right.
who rolls
Then.
first? I think Trudy rolls first, right?
Trudy rolls first, and then you roll two, I think. If
Right.
Adela has things, maybe they would know. Maybe they could say she can say in chat.
That sounds right.
Oh, there's a Fabergé leg around.
How was your leg?
Let me repeat the question. With help rolls, Adela, how does like one person rolls and then does that get added, or does do you then roll person who gets helped get rolled two dice or flip two coins? Waiting for a response. Here you go. First person flips a move. Second person can flip
Okay.
two if it's a success.
Okay.
I
It is
am
not a
great
success.
at rolling not successes.
It
Remember
is
to pick up a
not
shadow point.
success. Oh no.
Right. Where's the
Um,
right? I'm
Um,
just collecting those shadow points.
I think. Oh, in this case, I think someone comes along and like notices you. Um, I don't think they try and. Maybe they do. Maybe it's the people who are collecting the birds which were released earlier by uh, Toodles. Toodles. And just like, you're not supposed to be here, you're hiding. So you have to try and not get grabbed and run away.
Yeah. Hmm. Now, if you fail, you gain a shadow point, and the PC you were trying to help can choose to declare you their rival.
Hmm.
If they do, you both gain a shadow point, as with any rivalry.
Ooh.
So,
I don't think so. It was an honest attempt at help.
It's the goblin security.
You're
it's.
just too shiny to pass for a knick-knack.
I know I'm too pretty. It's true.
Do have an idea potentially in this case, which is that Trudy could borrow the spark of Toodles and
Sorry again. Oh, Burrow Sparky. Yeah.
and then use the Piper move to summon even more birds, and then try and make an escape in that.
It's a great distraction again. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was debating offering my Piper move up
I've never seen
for
someone,
such a.
what do you call it, trade a move before, and it's something I've always wanted to do.
Like, yeah, I'm happy to offer that up.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So that's for me to like get away
Yeah.
and get out of this bad situation, and also bonus cause of distraction.
So the trust bargain.
Mhm.
You can borrow another PC's spark, or they can offer to lend you theirs. So while you have it, you can flip 2 coins to use it as if it were your own. If the other player consents to you borrowing their spark, collaborate on what it looks like to give and receive that gift. After making a trust bargain and using the borrowed spark, you may choose whether to return the power in good faith or to steal it for your own. If you return it, both you and the other player character receive 1 light point. If you steal it, however, you both gain 1 shadow point and must change your bonds to rivals. There is no limit on how many trust bargains you can make, but if you choose to steal a spark, the other players may be wary of bargaining with you in future. Once you have borrowed or stolen a spark, only you have access to it until you choose to return it. And you can return stolen spark as well, which will give you, at the beginning of each following cycle, you have the option to return the spark if you regret stealing it, which will give you a light point. However, the other player can choose whether or not to keep the rival point bond.
Great.
If they choose to remain rivals, you also get a shadow point. If they choose to revoke the rivalry, they gain a light point. So,
All
I
right.
think first is narrate how it looks to exchange the spark, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. So, me as a player is happy to like give up my spark in this way. I'm wondering if it's more narratively interesting if this is Tootles giving up, knowing they're giving up their spark, or if it is a steal. I am, of course, I'm very big on showing off as many of the like different.
Mm.
Um,
I do
So,
like it
like,
as like maybe like an instinctual thing that Trudy reaches
Yeah.
out and
Yeah, a moment of panic.
yeah, and like, Toodles isn't necessarily aware of it happening until it happens.
yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
But also like it might not be what you want Trudy to be as a character. So
No,
yeah, feel
that's.
free to.
I mean, if you panic, you do what you can to
Yeah.
get out of a thing. You know. I'm getting very stressed. Truly, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Is having a time.
And you were just
so, yeah.
very closely involved in all elaborate flinging things, so maybe it's easy for you to reach out and just take it for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I narrate how I use it. Is that how it goes?
You have to flip 2, I think.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, because it works basically as a normal Spark use.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's 2d2. Let's hope it goes better than last time I sparked. Aha!
Yay!
Yes.
I can do things correctly.
So you get a light point, I think.
So after making a trust bargain and using the borrowed spark, you may choose whether to return the power in good faith or steal it for your own. If you return it, both you and the other PC receive 1 light point. If you steal it, however, you both gain 1 shadow point and must change your bond to rivals.
What does this look like, though?
Yeah, that's what I think Trudy starts flapping his wings and does the whole reaching out and subconsciously for the previous spark that helped them in the situation earlier. And I don't know how like conscious it is from Tootle's side to like consent to it, but that's how it works. You have to like consent to it for it to be moved over.
Yeah, like, I think obviously not against this, but I think Tools is a little after the previous bird throwing. Tools is a little just kind of in their own head.
Yeah.
So isn't necessarily like fully like, yes, take my power kind of thing, but isn't against it.
Yeah.
They don't really notice until suddenly a flock of birds appears behind them. She's
Oh,
like, I didn't do that.
swallows, as the chat is
Yeah.
saying.
What did you say? Okay. Yeah. So just starting to flap their wings and kind of doing a squawk, and just more birds appear from underneath their wings, and they jump away in the confusion and join up again with the others. And it's like, can we like hurry it up, please?
Yes, this is an excellent time to be hiding people.
And for the record, I think Trude is returning the spark.
Cool. So we both gain a light.
So
Lee, you are getting so many light points.
I know, yeah, I've kind of lost track of how many light I should be at.
5, I think? Unless you just gave yourself one.
No, I think I gave one and took it away because then I lost count. So
Okay.
yeah, no, I think that's correct. 5.
Yeah, you got 2 from using sparks, and then 2 from the previous rounds.
And I think
want to get
you
myself
should have one more, Baron? Maybe?
I just gave myself 1.
Okay, but did you get one for successfully rolling a spark?
Do I get extra for that when I'm borrowing it?
I think so. I don't know. you are rolling a spark move, so
Yeah.
success on a spark flip gains you 1 light point. So I don't think there's necessarily anything about it being a borrowed spark.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Great.
just use it the way you use a normal spark, your normal spark.
Mhm.
So I think it's probably back to Red Jasper trying to find somewhere to hide.
Yeah, back to the original part of it.
Did the goblin security chase after the other birds, or?
Oh yeah, so you've got a window of opportunity to hide everyone safely, I think, as long as you can pick a good place. Although
Okay.
maybe it's probably more interesting if you like just do it.
Yeah, I think we've both learned from the mistake that Trudy is just too shiny. So I take
Too shiny.
Trudy into the cupboard with me. I think Bric-a-Brac goes under the bed, and where do we put Piper? I think there's like we discovered that what's supposed to be the fridge is actually just a hollowed out thing. So it's just looks like a fridge from the front, but there's just a hollowed out space behind there. So we
it's not a
I
cardboard
don't mean to
cutout.
fridge you, but yeah.
It's not a cardboard
Yes.
cutout
So-
like that streamer.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
What's in the fridge? The secret is there is no fridge. Cool. So I think you managed to hide until nightfall. Is this the end of the cycle, or are you still going to try and sneak in through the green door?
Shall we do the sneaking as well, maybe?
I think we can try and
It
do
sort of
Yeah.
seems like the same thing. It was the original plan for this one.
Yeah.
Waiting till it's dark and
Does
then
the does the
going through the black museum, bit of a night at the museum situation, maybe.
Yeah.
does the Sealy Court have the same day-night cycle as the Mortal Realm? Or
I don't know.
I like to imagine that for the museum, they've kind of made it so it does, for realism.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Like that.
Cool. So you managed to, I guess you managed to get out, and then do you know where the door is? Do we know where the door is? Is it in the research division, or is it like can you reach it directly from this area?
No, it's in the research division, but and we know it's next to the break room door and looks exactly like the break room.
Okay.
But we have been pointed out the door that leads to the research division as well. So
Okay, cool.
I think we can
I
just
guess you go
make our
through that?
way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if we wanted to like make this a obstacle, I'm happy to roll a clever for figuring it out or getting the door. Don't think we've done a shadow roll yet.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Ugh. Oh no.
So what are you rolling clever to do?
I think like making sure we have the right door.
Yeah.
So we managed to make our way through the research division, and we're like faced with two doors.
Yeah.
One of them tells the truth, the other only lies. Cool. So I think we both flip, and I think
yes, we both flip.
Yes.
Cool. I've closed Discord by mistake. Make sure I'm in the right chat.
Let's get
so
two heads for the move to be a success. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Whoops, I did the wrong thing.
And that is
Well,
two failures.
I'll do a shadow bargain.
Oh, wow, cool.
We can do that here.
Yeah. What does that look like? Huh. I think one of the doors opens, and only to you, like some faceless person you could tell as the shadow steps out, and you can see behind them that it is a break room, and they like gesture very with a big bow and very flamboyantly, or not flamboyantly, but large, big gesture at the other door and like point you at that. Which means you have not you've not like met someone. You can see like behind them there are people inside of the break room, like people who are burning the midnight oil for researching. Yeah. What does giving up your true name to the shadow look like?
I think so. My true name is a mirror breaking, revealing 1,000 reflections of itself, each as true as the last. And I think, like, narratively, I like the idea that it kind of looks like, as we're kind of like looking at this door, the image, at least in Piper's mind and potentially to other people, would look like it would look like that mirror breaking, and would show different, like, the different outcomes here of opening each door, and kind of guided to the right shard by the shadow, essentially.
Yeah.
That's good.
We are doing all of the mechanics in this game.
So I need to check now. So I need to mark a shadow for the shadow move.
I don't think so.
No,
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 not for the
shadow
first
bar.
no,
one.
because I took the shadow bargain. Cool. Yeah, no.
Need to click a shadow bargain there.
I read the book as well.
Yeah, you don't get a point on the first shadow bargain. Every shadow bargain
Cool.
after that gives you a shadow point.
Cool. Okay. I do need to mark a
But
shadow
do
bargain.
you get one for failing the roll?
I'm not sure because it became an automatic success.
Yeah, do shadow
Yeah.
bargains overwrite?
No. Adela says no.
Okay.
Okay.
No to what?
I'm guessing getting the
Shadow
bargain
bargain cancels out the failure. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Thank you,
think means
Adela.
I think I should not have got a shadow bargain earlier.
Hmm.
I shouldn't have got because what is it? I rolled a shadow bargain to
Yeah,
try
you
and
shouldn't have
get
got your.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
right, you don't
Cool.
need it.
It's just me hanging out here with my shadow points now.
I'm so sorry.
2 points, 2 points, 5 points, 7 points. Wow. Cool. So you managed to make it through. I think you push open the green door gently, maybe, and then on the other side
Mm-hmm.
is the storage dimension. I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see the goblin security, but maybe you just managed to evade them.
Well, they can always still turn up. Who knows?
Is that the cycle?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. Then one last
Cool.
actual heist.
That was a success,
cycle.
right?
Yeah, we go through the door.
Yeah, I think that was a slide.
Yeah, I like to imagine that if this was, because I picture things as TV shows or movies all the time. I do like that. Like as we open the door, we cut to goblin security in the break room, chatting about whatever. Just like, oh, can you imagine the birds?
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Man, another crazy day at the office.
yeah.
Birds everywhere. Still got feathers sticking out their hair.
Tuesdays, am I right? Shift. Look at your light and shadow points and tally to determine how your characters have been affected by partaking in this crime.
Did we all take a light for the crime being a success?
I haven't yet, but it looks like we all have.
I have.
Yes.
I
Cool.
did, yes.
Yeah, sorry. Carry on. Didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine. If your light count is higher, describe how your character's personality, look, relationships, and/or motivations change to better reflect the ideal self, which is all of us.
Yes.
Sorry, there's a car going past outside.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely audible.
Cool. So, yeah, how does your attitude change?
I think I'll get mine out of the way. I think that Piper is kind of getting a bit more confident in this. You know, I mentioned early on that they weren't there in that first scene pool because they were off somewhere, and now they kind of feel a bit more entrenched, and they're feeling a bit happier to be this. Like, you know, we have now several times thrown birds. Confident in the bird throwing strategy. And I think, like, I pictured them as very. I couldn't find a good image to put in, surprisingly, but you know, like a small fairy with like a big cloak on and a hood up. And I think by this point the hood's kind of come down, and they're feeling a bit happier to kind of reveal themselves to this crew a bit more. I think. And yeah.
I think Jasper has gained a lot of admiration for Trudy for just thinking so quickly and just releasing all of those birds from underneath his wings. Impressive. Say. Now that is magic I would like to learn.
I mean, you do have that spark.
I do, and I'm.
Sorry, Maren, you were going to say?
It's fine. I was just gonna say, I think for Trudy, their steps are kind of bouncier, like a lighter step, and they appear to float a little bit for each step, just a little bit.
Oh.
I love the way that you're a bird which doesn't fly but floats.
Yes.
It's very good.
How's your relationship with Tootles changed, or has it?
Well, from me, I appreciate them more, I guess. I feel
Cool.
like the trust is more on their side of the deal because they were the one giving it away.
Great. Next cycle?
Yeah.
It could be you as the Shadow Baron, or it could be someone else.
I can take my turn as a shadow now.
Great. So I guess the challenge in this, or like the goal of this one, is to finally get and have the compass.
Get the compass and get out.
Get the
maybe?
compass. Get out. I mean, definitely get the compass. I think.
Yeah. Like, is this our last cycle, or is this an intermediate?
We've got an hour left, so
yeah.
I'm happy to kind of leave it open to if this cycle goes short, we can potentially do this as a last one. But
yeah.
Well, I've got a great idea for how to get out.
Oh.
But yeah. So I guess this is us getting in the pocket dimension.
Uh-huh.
Not a pocket dimension, it's the storage dimension. They're different.
Storage dimension, of course.
For
You
branding
can't call it
purposes, they're
pocket
different.
dimension for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Soon to feature on the
different company.
I want to get the license for Pocket Dimension Wars on Bravo.
A pocket dimension is the it's like the generic name, like Hoover, or I've forgotten all the rest of them. Hot tub. Or jacuzzi is the one, I think. Cool.
So,
Who's got compass 1, which points to compass 2?
I mean, I don't have hands, so or pockets.
But you do have a lanyard.
It's just got the lanyard hanging off it.
I would like to imagine that Bric-a-Brac would have the compass as she is. Seems like the most for the best one for technology.
Yeah, studious one, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Cool.
Piper might throw it at some unknown attendant.
Oh no, this is our small round thing. I shall throw this. Piper, surprisingly, is pitching machine from baseball. It's back so soon. I'm so excited.
Yeah, for like 2 days.
Yeah, Monday. Cool. Can I just follow the compass, or does it point to like are there multiple compasses in this area? At least it gets us
Yeah.
to like the compass section of the.
I think there are multiple compasses,
Oh.
so it's part of it is figuring out which one. I mean, some of them are obvious because they work. They just don't work like they're supposed to. And that's why they're here.
Mm-hmm.
But there are, I think there are several compasses that are like, this could be it. So I think the first obstacle is finding out which one is the correct one.
Red Jasper, you were the one who got the contract.
Yeah. Flipping through my notes. It's so dark in here. We should have brought a wisp.
You
Uh,
can't just
what
bring
does it
someone
say?
as a light.
I'm sorry. Is that rude? I did not mean. Just thought it would be, a bit lighter here.
Doesn't my
So,
slightest decision brighten up the room?
I don't know. Does it?
Wow. But
Trudy is pretty shiny, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind reading in rainbow light.
Yeah.
Could
Never.
Why
we
would I?
Could we potentially cast an illusion that would help light up the room?
Maybe.
The illusion of light.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Good
It's
idea.
just turning on a light bulb.
Yeah, I turn. I just cast the illusion that it is well lit in here.
We've been doing all sorts of what do you call it? Comic book like descriptions. Like Trudy had other birds around their head. So maybe it's just someone has a light bulb appear above their head.
Uh-huh. Ocean asks what the difference between a real light and the illusion of light is. I think it's well, yes, it's warmth, and also you don't actually get like if you're photosensitive, illusion of light doesn't hurt your eyes, so
I
it's
need
really
that in
quite
my
useful
life.
for therapeutic reasons.
It doesn't help with seasonal affective disorder either. So
No, so win some, lose some.
it also,
Yeah.
on the one hand, it doesn't pass through.
Lose some in this case.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't think we need to gatekeep the idea of light away from the light community.
It's true.
If you believe you're a light, then you're a real light.
I was going to say, it doesn't like scatter the same way that normal light does. Like if you had a prism, then it would just pass straight through. But like then you don't get rainbows. And what's the point of light if you can't get rainbows?
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah, the light gatekeeper. That's what happens if it goes poorly. Someone comes in just.
So I preemptively here, but I did not roll well. I
Oh, no.
flipped the code, and it came up tails.
Oh,
So I think I tried to cast the illusion of light, but I think things just work a bit differently here than I'm used to.
pocket dimension physics.
But I do think I'd like to
Mhm.
share a bargain here.
I think you see out of the corner of your eye another item light up. Something that shouldn't be glowing, but now it is,
Huh.
if you choose to
Huh.
use it. It's kind of
Interesting.
switching off and on. Unless you pick it up and then it starts shining properly.
Yeah, I am drawn to this like a moth to the flame. I am fascinated by it, and I just sort of make my way there and reach
I
out
think
to
it's
touch
I think
it.
it's just like a nice vase. Vase? Is that how did you say it?
Oh.
Either
English
way.
is weird.
Mm,
Oh, I can choose. Okay, it's a vase.
both work.
Great. It's more just like a vase, a nice one, but nothing special about it, except that it appears to glow this time. So.
Huh. Okay. Yes, I'll have that as a reading lamp. Yeah. My true name is the creak of a door open, and I think that's also the sort of sound you for a moment hear. So give it a shadow.
The light clarifies and stays on,
Mm-hmm.
but the rest of the room seems darker to you. The parts that are not lit up, just a little bit darker.
Oh. So then I read my notes with description here. The bullet points are it does not work in the daily court. Has a dark wooden trim around it. The background is a sort of yellowed. Used to be white, is yellowed now. I think very distinctive markings for north and south. I think the script is, I don't know, it's in Comic Sans. Okay, not Comic Sans.
Sorry, that's the loudest sigh ever, but
I mean, it makes it easier to read for many people, so maybe
Could
it
have
is
been
Yeah.
Comic Sans.
Papyrus.
Oh no.
there are other dyslexic friendly fonts, but
Yeah. But yeah, it's some very, very distinctive font, so I think that'll help us figure out which one the right compass is.
I mean, I think that's oh. Adela reminds us that if that we shouldn't forget if the last person makes a shadow bargain, the game ends.
Oh
So
no!
that's a little bit of pressure on me.
is that
Uh,
true? I thought it was only
I
within
did
one cycle. I mean, Adela's the one who knows the game, but
help.
Yeah,
I
no,
messed up.
there was something about it, but I did forget about it. So thank you, Adela. I think you find oh yeah, at the end
Okay.
of the 3 in 1 cycle. Ah, 4. Okay.
4
in
in
one
one cycle.
Well,
Okay. Good.
Okay. Anyway, I think you find the compass pretty easily. But as you pick it up, you hear someone about to come in through the door.
Oh.
It's the goblin security.
It is in fact a goblin security. You don't know that yet, but it is. So
Do we have the compass yet?
yes, I think with the details, it was easy to find the right one. Just took a little bit of time.
Have an idea. I would like to fix it up good. If it's okay, I'd like to. When they disconnected this from the museum in the mortal realm, I think they just like broke it. So I think I'd like to fix the connection, and potentially allow us to get out just via the mortal realm.
It's I think it was a museum of the mortal realm.
Oh,
like it's a different museum in the fairy realm.
Okay, we could go there. It would. I suppose you don't know that we're here.
It's elsewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or we could try something else.
Just tumbles out into a completely different museum.
Just want to check.
Ooh.
Could. Oh no, I was going to ask if we could do like some kind of shadow bargain without it being based on a failed roll.
Oh, good question.
Just because I wanted to, and potentially this could just be another move, but if we are like potentially looking at going into, I didn't think so. Potentially going into like the mortal realm, if the shadow is kind of controlling, has like an element of glitchiness to them, which we assume. Potentially, we're asking the shadow to help us essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea though that could maybe get us out of the sticky situation with my spark.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to craft a spell using all three of your sparks.
Yeah.
Where I call a horde of very acrobatic birds that pick us all up and fly us across the like the shelves and stuff, so that when we leave the shining thing like where we were, so the goblin security will go there, and then the birds fly us over the shelves, over their heads, and out the door.
I love this, but we have just revealed that we have done a crime, which may not be the best idea.
Well, that's probably not good, no?
It's just previously they didn't know that we were here. I mean, it's either this or get captured, but...
Oh, they're not here for us. They're just
doing the rounds, maybe.
Just checking if everything's all right.
I mean,
okay.
I feel like
check.
I realize
well, maybe we don't leave the shiny thing there. We just have the birds lift us into the air, and so we can hide up in the air.
Go ahead, Lee.
I was going to say, I realize I already said this once this cycle, but potentially again casting an illusion to leave in our place to kind of further a distraction.
I'd still go like draw attention to the fact that we were here. Just it feels unprofessional, but we could cast an illusion to undo the illusion of light, maybe.
Yeah, an illusion of darkness around the light.
That's just instead of turning off the illusion, we just create another one which does the opposite thing.
Little Russian dolls, but it's light instead of darkness, instead of light instead of
Well,
Yes.
if you can use an illusion to make invisible stuff, then you can use an illusion to make a real thing. So it's like it does make sense. Um,
Who left the illusion light on?
Okay, do you want to roll that spark move, Illy?
I would like to try. So I flip 2 coins. 2. That is 2 ones, a success.
Nice.
The spell works as intended, and just this swarm of birds of varying sizes, but I think they're still mostly small. It's just how your spark works, right? They just swoop out and lift us. I think Trudy can just be lifted by one bird, but the rest of us probably have like dozens of birds just lifting us up into the air, and sort of floating us above the, or maybe depositing us on the shelves, so we can hide there.
Stack of
And
birds.
just stack of birds. Yeah, probably sitting down, sort of just resting us on top of the shelves so they don't have to flap their wings because they make noise.
Mm-hmm.
So just very stealthily, all of being floated into the air and sitting on the top shelves in this warehouse dimension thing, bridge dimension, and yeah, just the birds sitting there with us, being very quiet while the guards do their rounds.
Did someone want to cast an illusion on the light to make it not light?
Yes, I will do that. Do I have illusion? Yes, I have glamour. Cool.
Great.
I do it. Great.
Hey.
Yes, nice.
Very good. That's
Two goblin security guards. One of them is a goblin, the other is not. Come inside. One of them stays by the door, and the other goes around a little bit and looks around, and everything seems normal.
no
It's all
birds
fine.
here.
No birds
Illy,
here.
did you take a point for both of you using your spark and getting a light point for it?
I did not. Right. I keep trying to click on the on the stream. You're like, why won't this box work? Did I do something wrong when I set this up? So that's a light point for me. Yeah.
Yes. And the goblin security folks just... Everything's okay. They leave.
Minor wants us to
And
do a
close the
voice for
door
the
again.
goblins, I think.
I am not doing a voice for the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else can if they want.
I don't want to.
I have one voice.
Mm-hmm. Same.
It's
Yeah,
my voice.
I was gonna say hello. This is my goblin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think we just have not been using our sparks enough, or too successfully, since
Use our
Adela is
sparks a lot.
complaining that we don't. Yeah, but Adela's complaining that we don't have shadow.
I know.
The thing is, we make shadow bargains when we fail.
Mm-hmm. That
The
doesn't.
coins have very much been in our favor this game. Surprising.
Hmm.
Yes, as Marin points out, the one with shadow points has no shadow bargains.
Yeah,
We've
that's how
rolled
it
16 times, 17 times, and we've got
Really? Wow.
9 failures. So we're doing
Huh,
the dice aren't the rolls aren't in our favor.
that's alright.
Yeah, just shadow
So,
bargains.
okay, so then I think the birds just quietly float us back down again.
Yes.
Nice.
Is that it for this cycle, or are we getting out with the same cycle?
We've still got 40 minutes, so I think we could probably do some like different complications in another cycle, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm happy to jump back to Shadow for a final.
Yeah, cool. Shall we have a quick break though?
I was just going to read out some donations. So yeah, if we take a quick break, 5 minutes again.
Yeah, and then we'll do the final kind of.
Yeah, and I'll just read out some donations.
Okay, I'll create that.
Well-spoken Rambler, hi Izzy, has said giving us $20 for good cause, good games. And Michael has given us $30. Found this change at the back of my miniature storage dimension and figured it should go to a good cause. Thanks. We're up at $224.
Wow! Hell yeah!
I know.
Heck yeah!
That's like a quarter of the way there.
There's still so many more games to go.
I know. We're only like 7 hours through 72 is. I can't do maths right now. Anyway, break. Back in 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
And welcome back. Hey. Do, do, do we want to recap what's going on so far?
Yeah, there's been birds.
You ever played the mobile game Angry Bird?
These are very friendly birds, I'll have you know. They're just quite athletic, acrobatic.
Cool.
Yeah, so we have successfully found the compass, pocketed the compass. We got a bonus compass that points to compasses.
Does it point to the nearest compass, or like whatever compass you're thinking of?
I think it points to the. I think it points to the closest one, but if there's several in close vicinity, it starts sort of pointing at all of them, one
Wow.
after the other, like when a compass needle goes crazy. I think that's why the attendant also said that it was of limited use.
Yeah.
But I think it's
Yeah.
quite useful here. So.
We just got a big donation
Ooh.
of $100 from Adam S.
Wow, Adam.
Thank
Who
you,
says,
Adam.
"Happy second
Thank you.
anniversary, Roll Plus Bond. Thanks for taking me in this year. It's been made the best of a wild year." Also, Mayanar has said, "Thank you for mentioning my favorite fonts, Comic Sans and Papyrus." So Mayanar is my energy. But yeah, we are 32.4% of the way there because you've raised £324,100. No, wait, that's not right.
What? 124 dollars.
Great. The final cycle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think we concluded the last one yet, officially.
No.
Oh no, we didn't
end
take
Go for the...
the
take points.
bookkeeping. We need to uncheck things. Uncheck spark.
Yes.
Another light point, I
300.
guess.
That's another light point, yeah.
Which means, yeah, wow, still no cheddar points.
I think I am still a partner with you, not to make me your rival.
No, yeah, I can't think of anyone.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm still friends. I think I've probably got closer to people since like working as such a close team.
We've all been incredibly friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice team. A good one.
But yeah, okay. I am retaking Shadow for this final scene.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thereby officially making it a circle.
A circle with 5 points.
Yes. So this is the actual escape. Yes.
Yeah, I was getting out.
So the final thing, or the kind of like apex, I guess, of the last scene was bric-a-brac. No, it was the spell. It was the spell. It was not bric-a-brac. It was the spell cast by Red Jasper.
I think I did cast something slightly afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you did a glamour.
Glamour
it's
to
an illusion
hide
to make
the light.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are still in the pocket dimension.
Yes.
So yeah. So the main thing, yes, the storage is to essentially get out the museum.
Yeah.
Or is it getting out and trying to get to the mortal realm?
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can kind of see where we end out, I think.
Sure.
So we can
yes.
either go out to this museum, or I did quite like the idea of going out a different museum. Though, of course, we don't know what's going on in there.
Mm. So essentially attempting some kind of
Reconnection
like
spell.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like cup and ball magic trick people do, where you are the ball.
What?
You're just hoping to change which cup you're in.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like cup and ball, like one of those toys you're trying to get the ball into the cup.
No.
Oh, not like the ice cream kind.
No.
Ice cream cones.
That's what the cup and ball games are styled to look like an
Okay.
ice cream cone, and then you've got
Oh.
like a ball on a string, and you try to put it in
There's
there.
a variant of this which is like more complicated where you've got like a stick. You've got to get the ball onto the stick or something.
Oh, gee, that's much.
Minor, you've brought such a smile to my face in the chat. I just want to like point that out. You've been very good to me. So, I mean, the whole chat has, but anyway. So yeah, how are you choosing to? Yeah, I'll leave it up to you folks. How you want to like tackle this problem of getting out of the museum?
The thing I'm thinking of is kendama.
What?
Have the ball on a stick on a string thing. Kendama.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to get the ball into the stick.
I'm thinking probably somewhere in the museum there's an artifact that lets you hop between different realms.
Oh,
It may have
Probably.
been deactivated or something, but I'm sure we can fix that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but I so wanted to leave via the gift shop.
Is it in the exhibit part, or is it in the here in the storage?
I
I
can't imagine
don't
why
know.
they'd keep a working item
I mean,
on display. It seems
yeah,
useful.
that's true.
Yeah, like I like that. I like that there is a you probably still have access to the map that you had before, or a map of a brochure map
Mm-hmm.
where you can see like where this is.
It
Go on,
could be in
sorry.
the research facility.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, they could be
That
working
would
on
make
it.
sense.
Yeah.
So it's in for repair.
Mm.
Yes.
I'm okay with
So
seeing
yeah.
this because I wasn't okay with sort of making it known that we'd stolen something, but in this case, we are stealing something which will be useful to us in the future. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
very much cool with that.
Oh, we're stealing it. We're not just using it. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Well,
it
I'm
depends
good
on
with
what
this.
kind of item it is.
Yeah, I thought it would come with us when we transported.
I mean, I am here for this. You know, inter realm travel is one of my passions.
Yeah,
So
it was previously even more of your passion.
yes, well, it's quickly becoming another passion of mine. I contain multitudes. Learn all the magics and travel between realms.
It's a
They
pity
come
that
hand in hand.
it's a pity that the thing we're looking for isn't a compass.
So yeah,
Okay.
how are you getting here or finding it? What are we doing?
Could we go into one of the research labs and maybe look through their notes and see if they've got any notes there? Do they have a computer system?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea
Yeah.
of
Can I cast a glamour on us to make us look like researchers? I don't know.
Or
Wear
goblin
the
security?
lab coats or something.
goblin
Yeah,
research.
Mm.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Let's get that glamour.
Okay.
You were good at glamour, so.
Well, I think last time, but
Me and Ilya are the glamorous ones.
So glamour.
Yeah.
I am good at glamour.
Yeah, I'm as well. Oh, heck yeah. So yeah, what do you all look like now? You're under glamour. Costume change. It's very important.
I don't imagine that Trudy looks like a goblin.
But
Can
maybe he's got
I
a
would like
tiny
a
lab
hat.
coat.
Oh, you're a
Hat?
researcher.
I mean, I want a hat. I just want a bird with a hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Very good.
What kind of hat? Like bowler
I mean,
hat?
were we going for researchers or security?
You could be a mix.
Good mix,
Yeah.
Hmm. What's a good hat? There are many good hats, is the thing.
Or they could
do
be like safety goggles. Like if you're going for the
Yes!
lab look.
Safety goggles and a little hard hat that does not fit over the head at all. It's like one of those.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm wearing goblin god uniforms, but they're still diaphanous.
I think I look like a researcher. Yeah. And maybe I'm carrying Trudy? If that's okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Trudy back on her shoulder, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Piper also. I think Piper's also taking up these security, so then we have 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, so yeah, I think you essentially are able to kind of walk through to the research area, kind of unbothered. There's probably several people that oh, Mondays. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, Tuesdays. You know how it
Is it
is.
still
I mean,
Tuesday?
I mean, it may be Wednesday by now, and also days may come in different orders in the FAE realm. So
It
who
is.
knows how
We are the
days work.
dot over the I of the Jeremy Brewery.
Yes.
yes.
Welcome to Silver's Day. And yeah, you are. Yeah, I think you managed to make it through. There's probably some people that try to chit chat with you, and you're kind of left smiling and nodding.
Yeah, I think there is a important research project. Some of these are rather dangerous, so that's why you've got security. You never know what comes if you're working on an on-dimension thing. You've got to be ready for what comes out from the other side.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the next obstacle I was going to potentially put here is that maybe as you arrive in the research lab, there are people doing actual research on the thing that you want.
If only we had some way of summoning a large horde of.
That seems obvious. Let's just go like, shift change.
We could. I don't know why. My first thought is we could ask them if they want coffee, but then we'd have to go get the coffee, so that wouldn't be a solution.
I mean, maybe there's free cake in the break
Yes,
room.
perfect. But
Well, I mean, it isn't, but
we'd have to be carrying them the cake.
No,
what
we just tell
illusions are
them,
for.
hey, they've got cake in the break room.
Yeah, but I have never, in my life, gone to the break room to get cake and not come back with cake. Is the problem.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Well, maybe we're just sort of pretending to be munching on the last bits of cake, and I'm wiping my fingers on a napkin.
Yeah, that works.
Pretending to talk with my mouth half full out. Cake in the break room.
Cool. Does someone want to make a roll?
What role is it?
this would.
Potentially banter, I think.
Banter,
Yeah, I
yeah.
would think we're trying to convincingly spin a tale of cake in the break room.
Who is making this roll?
Can that be someone who's not me? Because turns out I'm not very convinced.
Oh, please can it be Trudy?
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Bird cake.
So Trudy says, squawks loudly, "There's cake in the break room!" Oh, I didn't do it right. Yeah, that's true. There we go. Oh my.
Whoops.
So.
Adela's pointed
Great.
that out in the chat. Several museum workers walk in, and the bird sitting on one of their shoulders shouts, "Cake!" Yeah. How do you expect that would go?
They're going to be so disappointed when they find out the cake is
So, unless you would like to make a shadow bargain here.
I
That was a tails for the audience. We are potentially looking at the people which kind of look at you and then get back to work.
What kind of people are they that don't want cake?
I mean, I'm thinking someone just came out of the break room and I was like, no, there's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a bit better.
I'm like, I'd really like not having given away my true name and just
Yeah,
having
that's
lots
fair.
of shadow points instead.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it's just not an exciting thing. Maybe there's always cake in the break room.
oh yeah.
What's new? Yeah, I like that.
They're like, yeah, I just had lunch. I already had cake. It's fine.
not
Thanks.
cake again.
Is it still the cake from this morning?
It's stale. It's not good cake.
Yeah, the cake room.
The cake room.
It's in the cake exhibit.
No, you don't want cake on display. I feel like there's chocolate stalls, so they've just got a giant like sculpture of chocolate, but the chocolate's been there for about 4 years.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm worried we're a little too close to
Scientist
someone.
cuts into the dimensional bottle and it's cake.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're 2 failures away from someone just takes a bite out of the compass.
What do we do?
What do we do?
I look disappointed. I mean, I do actually agree with Adela who says chocolate gets better with age.
What?
I agree that I'm
Up to a
weird
point.
about food. Up to a point, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Christmas chocolate when it goes all bloomy.
Yeah, okay, but Christmas chocolate isn't good to start with.
That's true.
That's very true.
I was not joking.
Controversial time. I keep my chocolate in the fridge.
Okay, we need to do something.
Get off the cake
Yes.
boat.
I think get off the cake. You want to fix this somehow?
Me?
I mean, you
Bric-a-brac?
could maybe fix something else to make like a situation.
Maybe this research lab has several different like my headphones are yelling at me that they're going to run out of power and I've got 50 minutes left, so I'm hoping they don't. Maybe there's another like station in this research lab which has like got something which is broken and I can fix it and then they'll come over and be like, "Ooh, we were working on that for ages and we couldn't get it to work."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're also currently, I
Nice.
think, I like the idea that they're also currently working on the thing you need to escape, so potentially
Yeah.
fixing that. as well.
Well, I don't want to
mean,
just
it's your
walk over
move.
there and fix the thing which they're working on while they're working
That's
on it.
fair.
That seems the
Yeah.
opposite of stealthy, but
That's fair. No, yeah, I'm good with you fix something else that's in the corner.
Yeah.
Which maybe makes
Coffee
lots of lights
machine.
and smoke
Finally,
by
there's coffee to go with the
Yeah.
cake.
Maybe it's something that they had kind of given up on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will roll my shadow thing. No, not the shadow thing.
Spark.
Spark. 2 1s. Nice.
Hey.
Hey!
I super succeed.
So yeah, I think the idea that you kind of walk over. I mean, you narrate to me. You tell me what it looks like.
I walk over, and I'm like, I find something which is like in a drawer. Pull it out. It's got like a stamp on the front of it, which is like notes and data that when it is pulled out the archive and whatever. I sort of lay it on the table, concentrate, and then it suddenly starts like singing. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an old music box, maybe. Which I've managed to restore, and everyone else, like in the other side of the room, like, looks up at this and like, is that the? And I'm like, yeah, look, have a look. And they all come over.
I don't know why, but I suddenly had like a weird fear you were going to say it's a boppet.
I thought it was going to be one of those singing fish.
No, I find a nice music box, not a boppet, not a singing fish. It's not a. It's
But
not
it
a
does
music box.
play a
Plays,
classic
it doesn't play "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Yeah, it's a very nice traditional music box.
Boppets are so disappointing, by the way. They've got like a max score, and I reached it at one point, and it just like stops. It's like, well done, you finished.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Which leaves the thing which they were also working on like free.
Yeah, I mean, everyone
Yes.
kind of like rushes over. They're like, "Oh my god, finally, someone has fixed the ancient
Boppet.
music box." Yeah, all the scientists are doing Boppet now.
I mean, scientists usually have like Rubik's cubes on the desk, so Boppet doesn't seem like much of a stretch.
No, yeah.
Mm.
Especially if you consider it a magical artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm now curious how like because if a Boppet has a thing and there's competitions, I imagine there's like a Boppet Pro. I'm curious how much they would cost. Let's look at that after the stream. So yeah,
well, now I've got to go over and fix the other thing as well. Is the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like stand up and let them all like rush over and look at it. And like try and subtly go over to the thing they were working on.
I think with the fact that was 2 successes as well, not that it matters too much in rules as written, but I do like the idea that that means that you get there and you have the time to look at it and figure it out before people start noticing again.
And I still have to like try fixing this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has anything else they want to do, like, of course, we can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really broken or if they were just researching it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe we have to figure out how to activate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which I guess is a clever roll. Does someone want to help?
Is. Sure.
Cool.
I'm
I'll
very
help.
interested in all these magic, so I will help.
Do you want help, or do you want me to help you? Or do you want to help me?
Either's fine.
Okay, I will roll 1d2. Also a success.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Thank you.
Yay!
So
Yes,
that is a help for me. So I get to roll 2d1 and choose one, or what?
I think so, yes.
Not 2d1. 2d2. 2d1 would certainly come
I mean,
up.
that's a guaranteed
yeah.
success.
Oh, this is a guaranteed success as well. I got 2 heads.
So yeah, tell me what this looks like.
Yeah, I think we start. I think it looks. It looks like one of those old-fashioned. Those. I don't know if you have them elsewhere, but like those scales that you can put a coin in and weigh yourself. That are just like at train stations, or used to be at train stations.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to like stand in it and like click a button and turn a dial, and then it takes you to the realm you entered. And
Yeah.
I think there's just we figure out how to set the dial, and I happen to have some loose change in my pockets. So yeah, everyone get on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the image that you all kind of jump on together. Well, I say you all, we all. Piper is still here. Piper did not leave.
I was just vibing.
Piper, yeah. Piper just leaves on like a horde of hedgehogs out the front door.
Perfect.
Piper lives here.
I mean, we were just being, what do you call it? We looked like security guards. We could have just walked out.
But this takes us right to the mortar realm where our customer is. So.
Yes, I realized we started calling Piper halfway through. But yes, Piper Tootles Big Pipe Face. For anyone watching. Again, I have to thank Lofty Inclination for suggesting Piper McPiper Face.
Lee said, "Oh, maybe chat can name my character." So I was like,
Yeah.
"Let me put something stupid in the chat."
Yeah. And then I can't quite remember who said Tootles. I think it might have been Halcyon.
Maybe. That's just jokes and crimes.
Yeah, and someone said
sounds like
no to Tootles, and I took that as a challenge. So yeah, where do we all come out the other side?
I think it's just. I think you can set it pretty well. So I think we come out right next to the goldfish pond in the mall.
Mm.
The one you have to walk around.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think the way this works is it always deposits you at the boundaries of the dimensions or of the realms.
Yeah, I do like that there is there's a platform for this in the gift shop. We started this by talking about a like interactive exhibit, and this is like the beginnings of that. You'll get teleported to the gift shop.
Oh, good.
And we can all leave in museum merch.
Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Final section, which is ending the game. There are three ways to end the game. Huh?
We get a light point for this crime being successful.
Yes.
All successes. I can unmark that. When the group decides that you have reached a good narrative stopping point, finish the cycle and count up your light and shadow points. If you have more light points, your ending will be merry. More shadow points, your ending will be melancholy. Everyone is overwhelmingly merry.
Yes.
Even I.
Slightly
The
less
only one with shadow points.
One of our NPCs has achieved their goal based on the motivations from the start. The storytelling in this game is a fun, happy moment for your character. Perhaps becomes a legend in one or more settings. Narrate a joyful epilogue to reflect this success. Make it as chaotic and nonsensical as you like. Who would like to go first?
I don't mind jumping in first real quickly. I think mine is very simple. I think it is a FAE newspaper report the next day. Has like, a report somewhere on page 15, very small section that talks about a potential robbery at the at the museum, and or like some weird occurrences at the museum. And Piper is just kind of
birds
reading that
everywhere.
section. Yeah, Tootles is very happily reading that section, having a part in that story, no matter how small it is.
I think Red Jasper gives the compass to the happy client and also installs the dimensional thingy at the back of their workshop, maybe, for future use by the crew. And yeah, I think it's just, business picks up. They get more and more odd requests, and that may lead to further future shenanigans.
Yes.
Maren, do you want to go?
Trudy, I think Trudy is there when the was it when Always Right comes to get
Yes, always right.
comes to get the compass, and like promises to be of help to them in the future, and that compass, whatever it does, combined with the dimensional thingy, does let Trudy be of help to mortals everywhere
Ooh,
to wreck messes in the FAE realms.
love that.
Nice.
That's what they spend the next few years doing.
I think.
God, just this bird causing absolute mayhem.
Yes.
Mayhem.
Yes.
Yes.
As opposed to doing what birds normally do, which is. Eh?
Mm.
All
Well,
birds do mayhem. I think Bric-a-Brac probably this is pretty more like immediate. Leaves the fish pond and manages to like wander through town and out to the outskirts and finds just a nice quiet spot to sit and pull out their book of riddles and just have a flick through and read through it and just spends a nice afternoon.
oh, very nice.
Great.
Well,
That has been FAE Doing Crimes, and I've lost. Okay. Great. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks, players. It's been great fun. If you'd like to say something you want to plug, then feel free at this point.
big thanks to Adela for writing this amazing game. I recommend you all pick it up if you haven't yet. Also,
Yeah.
go support Adela's Kickstarter for Wisp.
Yeah. You can find this game on flowerfay.itch.io. Cool. The next game is happening in about a minute, and will be Blades in the Dark, which apparently also has bird crimes, and some wild photos in their Discord channel. So
Oh, I haven't
I'm
looked at
looking
the
forward to
I'm
that.
looking forward to more bird crimes.
Yes, I'm gonna go get some lunch and then immediately come back to watch Blades in the
Yeah.
Dark.
Mhm.
Yes.
Look at us ending on the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Just spot on.
Thanks all.
Thank you for the game, Lovely. It was fantastic.
Yeah, great. Glad we played
Yes,
this.
it was great.
Yeah.
The game was good. Yes, Adela. Thank you.
Thank you,
so much for
chat.
the game.
Thanks, chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.